You've been talking about patience, hoping for everlasting. You're known for talking crazy. I know it's infatuation. You know how I feel inside. You know what is real and I rock with your vibe, but I don't think that we should tie. I know, for real, I'm the deal. So please set me free. Just let me be. I know, for real, I'm the deal. So please set me free. Just let me be. Just let me be. I got a lot to say. I hope you don't feel no way. I hope you don't make the same mistakes when you blow the flame. You're kind of obsessive to me. You're kind of too strong on your feet. I can't say that I guarantee, but I know what you mean to me. I know, for real, I'm your deal. So please set me free. Just let me be. I know, for real, I'm the deal. So please set me free. Just let me be. Just let me be.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gamers of all ages, welcome to the third iteration of Cloudy's tournament coming to you live. My name is Grammy, and joining me today is going to be Colden. How do you feel?
Hi, Grammy. Welcome again, everyone, to the tournament. And yeah, I'm very excited for a bunch of interesting games here today. And apologies for the a bit of technical difficulties that we had earlier on, but we do have some interesting results that we have here for you guys. But again, we want to thank everybody who's come on to the stream today. Of course, this is brought to you by Cloudy as well as Computer Arena. And yeah, first day of the tourney, how are you feeling, Grammy, about the games we have up ahead?
I think we've already seen some sort of an upset. So for those of you who don't know, you can see right down there the current matches between AG Esports as well as Drunk Player. But Drunk Player, they've already taken the first map, which was Bind, out of the hands of AG Esports, who in fact were the champions of the previous iteration of Cloudy's tournament.
Yeah, it's a pretty big statement to say the least. I think a lot of us, when we saw this matchup, on our screens and the players in the server, we kind of felt like AG was going to take it away, right? We were going to have maybe a fast 2-0, maybe something interesting was going to happen on Fracture, but instead it actually happened on a Bind first. And now we are going to head into the map of Fracture, and that's going to be an interesting battleground because, right, Grammy, we've seen some of the changes that have been enacted upon Fracture, right? There's changes on drop, there's changes towards arcade, and I'm very curious to see how this would, really change the flow of Fracture, right? It's a little bit, it's not that major of changes, but it's still gonna have a pretty big impact on the game itself.
Yeah, definitely agree with you. I haven't tried the changes myself, but looking at when I saw the leaks, I was like, oh wow, this is very, very interesting, especially the one on A Tower. You now have like sort of a ledge to stand on to play from. And I think that's gonna give aggressive players like chamber players a lot of a lot of advantage when it comes to holding down the side or holding it off angle.
Yeah, and I think we can throw it to a bit of the bracket screen to see the entire tournament, to see how the brackets are gonna go out. Yeah, great. We're gonna have 4 groups. And these players, we have 4 teams in each group. It's a double elimination, a best of 3 bracket. So the top 2 teams on each group will proceed on to the next stage of the tournament in the playoffs. So as you can see, right, there's quite a few teams that, they have made a name for themselves in the scene. And one of them, of course, is AG Esports, but already down by a single map. We'll see if Drunk Player can make the upset happen and take down the reigning champions in this best of 3.
I mean, to be fair though, they still have, if they do lose this first map, they still have that lower bracket run to try and qualify
That's true.
into the playoff itself. So not all is lost if they do lose this. But if they do pick up the second map, the third map is gonna be so, so interesting.
Yeah, and I think there's a bit interesting set of players around each team. Some of them former players from Team Max. And yeah, it's gonna be a battle to say the least, right? We saw on the map of Bind, it was pretty one-sided to the side of Drunk players, but towards the end, we saw AG come back with a bit of resurgence. Right, they had a couple of rounds in their favor. It almost got to a boiling point. There was a 1v2 clutch in the very last round where Drunk players actually managed to line up a spray down of 2 of the AG players, and that was how the map of Bind ended. So going into the map of Fracture, right, I think AG has to reset their mental, right? Even though they're coming in as the relatively heavy favorites, they really have to say, hey, okay, put that map of Bind behind us, right? Let's focus on Fracture, let's focus on Pearl to take home this series, because we know that they have the resilience within them. We know that they can go the distance, but it really comes down to the map Fracture. And yeah, Drunk players, I think just keep to what they've been doing. It's been working so far, and yeah, I'm excited to see what happens next.
I would say though, what's interesting is that a couple of these players, they were on Team Max previously, so now Team Max has disbanded. 2 of them went over to AG, 2 of them over to Drunk players, so this is kind of a rivalry between them. But yeah, that's an interesting fact to point out there.
Yeah, and speaking of the players, I think we have a bit of a player introduction that we can see on both of these teams. Of course, first one will be AG Esports, right? These names, you guys have heard of them in the scene before. Sweetie, JC, Tawny Kim, Buttface, Lucid, and Kyotongs, right? So these are your players on AG Esports. And yeah, the new roster looking pretty solid, although dropping down a map. I've seen some prospective potential coming in, even though they lost the map of Bind. But on the other side of things, Drunk players. Vidizid, Manang, Collab, Kratos, and Drukbre. So these are the team. This is the team that took down AG Esports. And yeah, if they keep up the momentum, they really can make a splash in this tournament. They really can go the distance if they really, secure this win. And it's a win that's just 1 map away.
Yeah, I mean, that map of Bind itself, 13-6 scoreline, no small feat against the previous reigning champions. And coming into Fracture itself, what do you think we're gonna see?
Ooh, I think we can look at the agent compositions, right? Because of this new change, I'm not sure if Viper is gonna be one of the main controllers, right? We know that there's an issue where it's towards the B side, right? Generator towards the B side. There used to be a bit of a wide gap, especially if you use Brimstone. There is gonna be a little bit of gap if you use one single Sky Smoke to smoke off that generator position. But now, because they narrowed that position down, you actually can go for Brimstone. It's a very, very viable pick now. And I think because he has the potential to drop down 3 smokes, right? 3 smokes block off a lot of crossfires, a lot of angles on a wide map such as Fracture. So I really do see Brimstone coming into this map, and yeah, as you can see already from the side of AG, Tani Kim going to be picking up that Brimstone.
I mean, it seems like on the side of drunk players themselves, they're gonna be heading in for this Brimstone pick, which is, as you mentioned, Cole, they're really, really strong because not only can he put down up to three concurrent smokes, the smokes are the longest out of all the controllers that exist in Valorant right now.
Yeah, and another interesting pick, right, was the Reyna, right? There is a little bit of a update to the Reyna players, or rather the duelist agents, as well as the initiators, right? The duelist flashes got a bit of a buff, while the initiator flashes got a bit of a nerf. So what Riot is essentially trying to do is to buff the individual sustenance of each of duelists, right? They can be more sustainable by themselves. But we won't be seeing the Reyna for this map. Instead, double Sage on both sides. That's an interesting pick. We don't see a lot of Sage in typical VCT agent compositions, right? Picking up that Sage, but I'm interested to see if they have some interesting walls that they can put up with the new changes on the map itself. I've seen a couple of one-ways, right? Some cheeky one-ways on TikTok where they utilize
Not
the Sage wall.
one-ways.
Yeah. But I'm not sure if this is gonna be enough, right, to stop the onslaught of the other team. You see AG already back against the wall. They have to win this map if they want to stay alive in the upper brackets. On the other side, right, drunk players, well, they live up to their name, right, and just throw caution to the wind. Maybe that's just enough to push them over the edge.
And I guess something else interesting to mention is that both these teams, mirror composition coming through, so it will really highlight how they choose to play around each other. And we see Collab already picking up the saving side, the first blood of the game itself. But Sweetie responds with one of his own.
This is a very interesting Sage wall. It's gone all the way up towards the B main position. They had control of it, but they were wrapped around towards Arcade, and now with the site under their control and a bit of CT control as well, this could be a dangerous retake coming in straight into Canteen. They already taken one of the players at the pincer, and they just deathball into the site itself. Fantastic frags go left, right, but now just one player remaining, and they double up, face him head on. And the retake very successful, so the first round going in the way of the drunks again.
Yeah, Collab picking up 3 in the pistol round. It gave them so much of an advantage because that just meant that AG, they didn't have the players to try and hold down the site after they got the spike down, and off the back of that, the drunk players, they're gonna be able to get a defuse as well. So coming to the next round itself, they are gonna be able to buy up, but AG, it seems like they have a trick up their sleeve coming to this next round.
They are gonna force. I think that they're sick and tired of going down, losing the pistols. On the map of Mime, they did lose, if I'm not wrong, either 1 or 2 pistols, so not many pistols going into their favor in this series already. But with this force buy of theirs, they could catch the side of drunk players off guard if they're not ready.
Oh, but speaking of not ready, Lucid falls to Sellers. He can find a pick, finally finds one in the form of his in Collab as well, and as the rotations come in from the flank this time around, Turtle spots out one. Aftershock to try and deny. Tatata picks up one as well. Suddenly it's become a 4v3 situation.
Look at this arcade control, fantastic crossfires. They watch over Generator, and now the pincer could come in, but they have to be careful because the plant is not really for them. It's around the default box, and they managed to push it over the edge just in the nick of time. So 3 players still surviving, and the force buy goes in their favor.
I mean, them picking up the force, the second round in fact, is a really good start for them, even though they lost the pistol. Them having 3 players alive in the fourth round itself means that they can retrieve a couple of guns, and it also means that drunk players themselves, they're gonna be on an equal by coming to the next.
Yeah, we have a little bit of a tech pause because some players somehow reached 1,500 ping.
Oh wow.
I don't know how that's possible, but I guess sometimes the internet just does special things, so we'll get that sorted in a matter of time. But yeah, I saw, I'm not sure who was the player, but there was someone up in tower who was just spraying the Spectre at a wall, and the mouse wasn't even moving. So I think the Wi-Fi kind of hit them pretty hard there, but yeah. I don't think that would have changed the outcome of the round too much, because the proactiveness coming in from AG Esports, right? That was what won them the round at the end of the day. And you saw how tenacious they were towards the side itself. It caught the side of drunk players off guard, because you don't expect many players or many teams to go for a force buy on the second round. Right? Because they were able to get the spike planter in the very first round, that facilitated this force buy of theirs, and now they enjoy sort of a bonus of their own. You can see the economy. For them, it's not too bad, right? You can work this round with Bulldog, a couple of pistols maybe, some Spectres, and if they can convert this round, then they really do set themselves up for a very successful first half.
Yeah, I think that map of Bind itself, where they lost the bonus round, the buy round, in fact, the third round of the game itself, I think they had kind of a change in the strategy coming into this next one. So they were like, okay, maybe saving up for the next round doesn't really work. We're just gonna force it and see what happens, and it really paid off. It really paid dividends for them.
Sure. But I mean, looking at the map of Fracture, right? While we have this little bit of tech pause, what do you think about the updates? Or which update to the map do you like the most, and which one do you think is not gonna be the most? Okay, let's phrase it differently. Which part do you like the best? Which part do you dislike the most?
I mean, I played Brimstone on this map, so I would say that the change coming in on the B side is pretty good. The drop one is pretty interesting. I'm not sure how it will play out yet because I haven't tried it out myself. But from what I know, a lot of players don't look straight down, so that could be like a rare strategy if you have a Viper Judge or something in that pit itself.
That little cubby there?
Yeah.
I'm actually most interested, for me personally, about the ropes area, sand, right? That little walkway out there. Because you actually get quite a few more angles that you can work with while retaking the A side, or even defending the A side. I think that area is going to be the most underrated, because you can watch the site itself technically from that position. You can watch drop, and you can also watch the door position. So I'm interested to see if there's any special walls that Sage can put up there, if there's some unique chamber setups, the rendezvous, or even just smokes, right? Sometimes you can have cheeky one-way smokes in that position as well. So that's an interesting spot that I'm quite curious to see how pro players make the most out of.
You know what my favorite part about Fracture right now is?
What is it?
You know the sign that says like we had the fatal accident
involving
five 5 people.
Yeah. That's the boom reference. We don't talk about that.
Oh no.
The incident, the rope incident. It was. Oh, I remember where I was. Where was I? Watch that. Probably at home, right? Yeah. But watching that thing unfold, you never really see that ever happening, because it's so rare where the whole team takes the ropes across. But I guess it is APEC sort of commemorated in the map forever. So that's fun, but not fun for the players, I guess, in the moment.
Yeah, definitely not. But it was pretty funny to see though. You just see, I think Crashy just smiling at his computer shooting.
The easiest ace of his life.
Oh my gosh.
The funniest thing was that I think some of them were still slowly, what do you call it? Walking. You know, when you taking the rope silently. Yeah, they were still holding shift while being shot, and I don't think many of them fired back. I think they just accepted their fate. They're like, okay, I mean, there's not much we can do right here. But, yeah. Fortunate circumstance. But I guess the moment is commemorated, right? It's a forever moment in Valorant now.
Oh, I forgot
It's
about
like a
his
graffiti.
dish change though.
Yeah, this landslide that's blocked off half the side of the dish. I actually kind of liked the fact that there was two walkways into dish. It made things a bit more interesting to be able to really pincer that side. But I get it. It's also a bit of a 50-50 gamble sometimes. You
Yeah.
know, it doesn't feel that great when you creep up one side. You just get timinged by another, by your enemy on the other side. But I think we will be resuming back into the game. The tech pause, I think it should have been resolved. So that's a fantastic series of events for us. And yeah, players getting straight into it. It's got to be an eco though for side of drunk players. The AG should be able to convert this.
Oh, Yotong's already picks up the first, but Lucas going aggressive is the stage. Collab picks up one as well, and the trades come through. Comes down to 2v3 situation, but now the space of the drunk players, they have weapon upgrades. Despite
He has
gonna
a
go
res
down
as
the
well.
inside though. Oh, that's true. They do have potential to try and come back into this round if Collab keeps this up. Takes down Budface. Even the resurrection coming through, they have to clear this crossfire out. Lucid, good for one, good for two.
Player standing.
And Tony Kim to clean up the round. And just
Don't
like
check
that.
that corner. They
Yeah.
don't check the corner. It's a small little mistake and that cost them the round. It was a full classic round coming in. That was way too close for comfort. He had the res on the, what was it, the second or the third round. And he was able to pull it off. It would have been a miraculous turn of events, but unfortunately, just a bit too weak, I would say, right? You didn't really have the armor to back up your weapons that you found that round. Still, right? AG,
It was
good on them to convert the round in the end. To make sure that that things don't get out of hand, right? Because if we were gonna have a back and forth series of rounds at the very first the very start of the map, it was gonna be, or we were gonna be end up with a very, very scrappy series of events. But still, economy relatively okay for the side of AG. They can afford a couple of, well, they can afford the full rifles except for one player. Honey Kim just going in with the Bulldog and jumping straight into the fourth round this time around. It's Dish. It looks like it's going to be an A split.
But the full line is good though, picking up one. Yotong's with the trade. Hoping for situation, but gets traded right back. Rolling Thunder coming through from Lucid, clearing out the side for the counter. Rolling Thunder is coming through as well. Even though the players of AG to get the side, there's already a player creeping up behind them, and will they be expecting this is the question? He gets one, but unfortunately Tony Kim picks up the trade off the back of that. And back numbers, but Collab good for two, cleans up the round. Again, tying up the scoreline 2-2.
That Rolling Thunder was fantastically done. The counter, might I say, not the first one. Right? The counter stopped them from getting full access to the side itself. It drew a little bit more time that was required for them to push into the A side itself, and that just bought enough time for Collab to push on the flank. And I don't think there was a trip from the chamber towards the flank position. A bit of an oversight perhaps. But yeah, they weren't expecting the Sage to be there whatsoever, and that cleanup was brilliantly done. And with the Tour de Force now popped on the side of AG, they really want to work this weapon, right? Let him get as many opening frags, try to get one, maybe disappear, and then work out the round itself.
I mean, pretty interesting strat that drunk players had this round. You saw 4 of them stacked up towards this B side, kind of expecting it, but I didn't really hear any noise being made, so they're gonna head back towards the A side, which really pays off. Collab already picks up the first once again.
Yeah, that's the Tour de Force down as well. That doesn't feel that great, but you have the option for the res, right? Grab that, or you can res him back up. But they may just want to re-aggress on this one, and yeah, they do. Collab peeking through the door again with the slow orb, right? Opening the door with the slow orb and then taking the long-range duel from there. So he's not putting himself in too much danger. I say that as the smoke just dissipates. But a lot of presence already noted here. In AG, they're surrounded. Most of the players from Drunk players know that they're coming in, but Tony Kim opens up the bit of pressure, right? catching onto Collab. They will control the side itself, and now Dish a bit more difficult. They have an opportunity to peek into the round itself, but jumping from up and above the breach comes in and answers back. Kyotongs with a fantastic shot of the total force. He has to be the one to find something because his teammate Sweetie just has a classic in hand, gets caught out with the Vandal. Oh, but still the classic wins out. And Kyotongs again, fantastically done by Sweetie with 2 kills with just the classic. The savior of this round, literally in all aspects, rezzing up the teammate with the best weapon in the round and then closes things out with 2 classic kills against 2 rifles. That is something that cannot be accepted. I mean, drunk players, you can't lose rounds like this.
I have no words.
I have no words.
Sweetie, that classic, you're really making it work right there. And this time around, it's AG who have the weapon disadvantage, have this eco. And Celas, trying to get the first pick, does tag up a player here. It seems like the rest of... Okay, this is pretty interesting. He does dodge that aftershock though. Is my plan gonna go down? Is it gonna be a 5v5 retake situation?
Oh, the nade is perfect.
He knows.
Ah, caught him out. Pins it. That little rat on the side flushed out in the end. And now what do you have? Just 2 weapons. That headhunter was the best thing they had this round. And oh, that's a bit of an unfortunate series of events, right? Because
player standing.
Yeah, Collab is just AFK spawn. I guess the Wi-Fi is just betraying him again. Maybe a bit of a tech issue, but I mean, it was still just an eco round, right? So not too much loss. He had a frag. So not the worst thing in the world.
I mean, it just goes to show how diligent the players of AG Esports are in clearing every single angle, even though they did smoke out the tower position initially and tried to cross straight to side. They still cleared it out and caught the rat.
Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bit unfortunate that Sage was AFK. Tech issues abound, I guess. It's just unfortunate series of events, but still, they have come in with the rifles of their own, right? So this is the time they want to strike back. They want to instill fear. This wall buys them a lot more control. They know that no one's coming through arcade, and there's the gunfires rain down, right? They know that there's a couple of players towards that position. You know, Collab tries to take off the hits of Duel, but loses it out, and Kyotong finds on the counter player. The chamber himself goes down. And so free access to the B side, the retake's called for in a very fast rotate, already coming in from arcade.
This wall is not working out in their favor, but FaZe does spot out a couple of players. The showstopper connects Aftershock as well. Evens out the numbers back to a 3v3 situation here. Lucid trying to hold down the side for his team, picks up 1. And as the trades come through, Rolling Thunders as well. Once again, both breaches countering one another to a T. They're well where these players are. Kyotongs and Lucid clean up the round. They pick up the 5th. And once again, they shut this Collab's aggression down.
Oh my gosh, that was so chaotic. The Rolling Thunders again. How many times do you see a Rolling Thunder countered by another Rolling Thunder and then have it happen again in the same half? That was so chaotic, but somehow they just evaded themselves, evaded each other throughout both of the Rolling Thunders. And like ships in the night, they find themselves on opposite ends, and in the end, an AG manages just to get there around. But again, low buys coming in from drunk players. They want to take something aggressive. Look at this, 3 players pushing towards arcade, forces the Brimstone to take the zip and reconvene with the rest of his teammates as they find themselves a free B site in the meantime.
And this is the push and pull of you going in for a 3-man flank. It just gives so much space for you to try and go into the site itself. And once again, it's come down to a 5v5 retake. with drunk players on an eco. The Stinger though, up the first. The Stinger buff makes it work. Bucky as well. These eco weapons are somehow doing so much damage, but how much can they do is the question.
They have the orbital strike. This is a very difficult retake to come in from them. With that ultimate in hand, it just buys so much time. If the smoke dissipates just in time, yeah, just like that. Oh, but they have a smoke of their own. They're sticking it. They're gonna stick it. You gotta spray left a bit, guys. No, this is an absolute robbery coming in. Kawaii, in the smoke, the criminal himself steals away another round with a low buy. Oh my gosh, Grammys. How is all of this happening? There's so many scrappy rounds coming from both of these teams. And I mean, scrappy is sort of an understatement to the type of rounds that we've been seeing.
I mean, honestly, if it works, it works, and it really worked out well in the favor of drunk players there. Coming into this next round, they do have the tour de force to work with, but it seems like AG, they want to take things slower this time around.
Yeah, this fight towards Dish is a very much more linear, right? There's mostly just one pathway that you have to worry about. So it is easier to get information, but it's also more difficult to push through with brute force. And in the meantime, right, you have that tour de force available on the side of drunk players. You want to get that to get a couple of picks. Right now, it's watching B main. There's nobody there. So that's information at the very least. But Kyotong's Chamber on the other side has an op that he can work with, and himself trying to find a pick of frags, but contrary to the last few rounds, it's a very slow series of events this time around. 50 seconds on the clock and still not much advance towards any side.
Seems like AG, they're gonna be regrouping towards this B side execute though. I think the players of drug players themselves, they already aware Collab even finds a spike. It's Sweetie down. Showstopper does not connect, but the tour de force shot does. The second one is good. Takes down Kyoto. Has operator down. The sprays come through, and Sellers with 3 in a round, able to close it out for his team to make it 4 points on the board.
Oh, that's exactly what you want from the tour de force, right? The most potent weapon, I would say, in all of Valorant right now. It has such devastating power. I almost thought he had a collateral towards arcade position. I thought it hit multiple players, but I think just missed the race by a slim margin. But regardless, right? Very little casualties guarded, and 4-5 the score. Only 1 round differing. Young players lacking by 1, but we all know how these rounds have been guarded. It is very scrappy, and either team could definitely pull ahead. It really goes down to the opening duels, I think. This time around, Kyotong beats out his counterpart. That flick a bit too much for him to ask for. And he will just pick up the ult for himself and go for a second dip. And that's both players on the B side gone. And now look at the rotations. Look at the rotations. They're being pulled left, right, center like puppets. With both players going down the B side, you have to commit a couple of players, but they over-rotated. Everyone from the A side just disappeared, and this is what happens when you get opening picks. You can play the minds of your opponents so easily.
Yeah, with Kyotong's not afraid to go in for that second, it really just drew every single player on his A side itself back over to the B side. And now they have to deal with this 3v5 situation retake. Really to get spotted out, but Birdface is the one who finds an opening pick. With this retake itself, Kawaii needs to do what he can, but he's gonna get shut down by Sweetie. 6 points on the board from the side of AG Esports. They're looking to make a comeback in the series.
See, closing things out. Nice job from him. It was, at the end of the day, the call that was the deciding factor, right? The rotations that were being played were absolutely picture perfect coming in from AG. Got 2 opening frags easily on the B side, and that caused an over-rotation. Maybe that's a bit of inexperience, right? On the side of drunk players, you cannot over-rotate that easily. It's too much of a risk, especially going up against 3v5, and I guess a gamble play was made, but still just seems like they were being caught off guard in that scenario. And this time around, right, even though they lost, they can come in with a buy of their own. But this one will be the last one of the half. If they can't convert this round, they will be put on a low buy on the next. Just farming a bit of auto orbs, right? Want to go and complete. The spike's still in that spawn, so they haven't really decided on where to go just yet. Seems like it's gonna be the B side.
Definitely a good strategy, but once again, heading over to this A side. Will drug players make the same mistake twice is the question though. They are leaving a couple of players.
Surely they don't, right?
I mean, they do have the Ultimate Strike to deny the plant in this next round itself.
In front of the smoke, he's just taking up the duel.
You will not kill my ally.
Resurrection will come through. Again, evening out the numbers. That's the retake. They're not even letting them rest. Moab picks up one 4v4 situation. Has the resurrection to work with, but only gives shuts that idea right out. It's come down to 2v2 situation. Spike is gonna go down on his A side though, so both these players. Positions noted. One that comes through, but Kyotongs and Lucid clean it up, and just like that, they take the lead in this half. And
Last
with
round in
this
the half.
weapon disadvantage that drunk players are gonna have in this next round, they really have to use their utility to its fullest potential here.
Yeah, it felt like the rotations were being pulled towards the B side, right? There were 3 players towards B and the last 2 players on A. There wasn't a single anchor. They were playing it on a full retake setup. And while it is decent to play a retake setup with your ultimates, you can't just run out the smokes one by one. Right? With the amount of utility and amount of players that you're running into, it's just not the best option. And again, as I mentioned, right, they have to go for a lower buy this time around because they lost the economy in such bad shape. And heads up duel, that's your smoker down.
Oh, that's a rifle down as well, and Buttface picks up the second. Once again, 3v5 situation for these players. Kawaii even gets spotted out. He does have the showstopper, but he's gonna get caught out by Kyotongs.
One enemy remaining.
Just like that collab, left alone with the judge in hand, up and above.
They missed each other in the smoke. Colem looked back, he did find a frag,
Switching
but
sides.
it was just too much work for him to do in that situation, and Taiwan's gonna come through for these players.
I mean, they lost the pistol round, right, AG? They lost it to the side of drunk players, but they answered back with even more aggression, even more thought-out plays. And they stole the second round from the side of drunk players and then went on a rampage. So 8-4 is the scoreline despite losing their pistol round. So AG, right, looked a bit like a shell of their former selves on the map of Bind, but this time around, they look like they're in shape to take home this map of Fracture and push it to a third map.
I will say though, I think drop is pretty interesting.
You're right.
Like how I've seen these weird angles from behind the smoke come out, or like the elevation difference. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's really interesting to see.
Definitely. What's interesting as well, right? It's Kyoto's scoreline, 17-5. This man, this Chamber has done so much. You can kind of see Chambers as more of a defensive-oriented agent, right? It's easier to play Chamber as a defense on the defensive side, but he's made it work on the attack as well. Very effective, and of course, it was a team effort at the end of the day. The rotations being called for, drunk players caught off guard. But now we swap sides, right? We'll see if the drunk players can replicate what AG has done, or will AG continue on their streak of rounds to close out this map?
I mean, Sellers though not having too hot of a game himself as a Chamber. I think he really wants to look to make some magic happen on his attacking side itself. Maybe go for something like, I mean, just what Kyoto's did, go aggressive, get those opening picks, and just try and get a initial numbers advantage for your team. But this time around though, 5 players heading down on this B side. Kyoto does it down with his headhunter. What was that?
Yeah, the retake has to be called for, but look at this, they're all so far away. They're trying to go for a bit of a pincer move, right? Which can turn out in their favor, and actually it is pretty decent, right? Because of Kyotong's double frag, it puts them in a man advantage going into this retake.
They are on equal footing. This is the pistol round, so see the numbers right. Trade coming back and forth. Oh, Lucid though, gonna make it work. Aftershock to come through, but
He gets all the kills, but not the round. Unfortunate for him. This is the scary thing about having Sage on a pistol. It's so difficult to break down a wall with your pistols, and only just your pistols. It's once that wall goes up and hardens, and they are sticking that spike plant, unless you have an ability like the Aftershock, which has to be put into place very early on. It's very difficult for the attackers to break down that wall and kill the spike diffuser at the same time.
yeah.
So, right, they lost the first pistol round, but they pick up the second is AG. Now, trying to extend their lead with a force buy of their own coming in from the side of drunk players, right? They were forced upon on the very first half, so they want to do it right back to AG. Let's see if it's successful. Again, similar. A lot of plays towards Arcade this time.
Careful though, doesn't have the hit hunter yet this time around. He's gonna get cleared out by those chain shells. He falls back, finds the first, but the spray down from Tatata is good. And the attackers, they're gonna get the sight as well as the plant down. And the rotations come in once again from his flank position. Lucid as well as Butterface. He might be able to catch a timing on Kawaii here. No! It's Kawaii who finds the first. The space from AG, they respond back in favor 2v2 situation.
Spikes in the open. It's gonna be a difficult one to fight for. JC in the open, stunned up and swung upon. He goes down, and the force by this map is, I mean, the first few rounds on each half have been so chaotic. Neither team has converted their second round. Usually when you win the first round, you win the pistol, you almost always win the second. It's a very, very rare situation to win out the second round despite losing your pistol, and it's happened twice already in this map.
I think another thing I would like to point out is that the Sage pick itself, it gives the defenders so much control over like one section of the map, because yeah, you can just put your barrier orb down on that side, and yeah, sure, even though the attackers might be able to break it, it's just a little opening, and still you have so much control in that sense, and you're able to focus your firepower on other areas on the map itself. So I think that's one thing that's working out for both these teams.
Yeah, it's a playstyle that leans to both teams, right? They both love to use that Sage, very creative walls. Well, I mean, not super creative such as like those TikTok grim walls, but they are creative in the sense that it gives them a perfect avenue to execute into a site or go for a retake. And so far we've seen innovative things from both teams, but losing the second round is a big detriment. And well, I guess both teams, I mean, if you win out the second round force for each team, if each team does win their force round, I guess you can kind of call it even. So kind of an even footing if you look at it in the grand scheme of things, but of course still 9-5, AG has that round advantage. And they would really love to continue that, but personally I think they would just go for this save, right? Just go for the save, let them have their little bonus round, and then come in with the gun round after.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like it's gonna be the play here. Unless Kyoto has something to say about it. I mean, those hit hunter shots have been looking phenomenal today.
That's true. As TP got broken up in tower the previous round, right? It's a bit unlucky that that I think paint shells actually landed in his position and forced him to take a further angle back. So unfortunate for him, but good utility usage coming in from the drunk players. But again, right, this round, Not too much to write home about, just a couple of pistols. If they can do something aggressive like what drunk players did to them in the first half, right? They pushed towards A main, if you remember. Those classics, they caught the Sage res as well. They almost converted that round. So you never know. You never know. These few rounds have been super chaotic, super back and forth. And despite AG being the favored team, drunk players definitely has a chance to answer back. Just a little bit of a tech pause, but yeah, I guess some interesting questions. Grammy, where do you think is the best attack route? A main, drop, arcade, or B main?
I kind of want to say A main because it gives you a lot of options to work with. You can go through A halls, you can go through Sen, and with the this change coming in, I don't think that position is as good as it was anymore, but it seems like AG, they want to prove me wrong. Maybe A main isn't such a good position to work with anymore. 4 players stacked up outside of this position. It's an absolute bloodbath in this area itself.
What is this ult again? Not res, but it's Rolling Thunder. This time in the wall again. Tries to buy him a bit more time, but then converging on his position. It's a 1v1.
How did it come to this is the question. Kyotong's headhunter shots have been phenomenal, but he does only have 2 health to work with. It's not enough. Tatata shuts him down and takes 6 points in the round itself, denying AG Esports of their double digits here.
It's almost fitting, right?
Gosh.
It was so similar to the first half. The team that won the pistol lost the second round. And then the team that's echoing on the third round pushes A main and gets their ult and ready, and then they use their ult and they almost win it. And just lose with just 1 player remaining. It's such a weird series of events. It's such a weird poetic scenario when Collab this time around, he's the one to alleviate a bit of pressure, finds the first frag, notes that there's 1 more player in, but the tour de force is online for the defense. See if they can get anything more than just losing 1 player. Ooh, they get the tag in, but they are forced off and attacking coming in from multiple sides of the map.
Trying to pick up, piece it up. Another one onto Kawaii as well. It comes down to the 3v2 situation. Collab does have this resurrection to work with, but the ponytail might get spotted out here.
Oh no, the jumping piece. He wants to go for the res. But with just 1 player there, honestly, he can just buy time, right? As long as he keeps them there, yeah, just a bit of a bait scenario. And now it's a 1v2. Goes for a little bit of attack. Tongs swings out, avoids the ultimate. He should know where the brim is, right? Towards that tower position. Oh, he has a molly as well. This is a impossible task. Tatata plays things to absolute perfection. Dances out of harm's way, and you think he will escape with his life? No, Koyosong takes him down as he himself will fall. But regardless, a 7th round garnet for the side of the drunk players.
Yeah, slowly but surely, they're trying to just climb their way back into this map itself to try and close it out. And this time around, AG, they're gonna be forced on the back foot with the Stingers and Sheriffs, the buys coming in. They do have the Showstopper to work with, but I'm not too sure if it's gonna be anything to write home about because no one is gonna be heading towards that position itself. Do you want to go aggressive here though?
He's the only rifle in hand, Kyotong's, and he's being converged on. He's being pincered. Donny Kim is there to provide a bit of assistance, but the flank's already in conjunction. Coming in, Lucid finds 2 with the Stinger. Again, the low buy. A surprise attack from the flank causes the rotations to be called for, and they rotate all the way back to the A site.
Fully smoked.
And there's nobody in the side itself. They noted that 2 players were going on that flank, so they just went for that gamble play. They're going straight in. JC reses up his teammate. It's a 5v3, and they note where the plant is going down from Kyotong's. Fighting Overwatch from the top rafters, spots out at least 2 players. And just from his position alone buys them so much information. And in a 3v5 retake, you have to be aggressive. You can't let the defense come in so close. It's gonna be an absolute disaster. And with the showstopper as well invested, the flash coming in has to teleport away Kawhi. Just with the Spectre in hand, Dink not good enough. And as the breach comes in, try as he might, but it's 4 players standing tall on the side of AG, and he takes him down. 10 rounds secure, double digits in their pocket.
That was definitely not a round that I was expecting AG to win, especially with their eco buys. But it was a round that they really played to a fiddle right there. Especially since on the attacking side itself, when you go in for this kind of full rotation, the defenders are the ones who's gonna be reaching the rotating the other side itself before the attackers, because this map is just so big. And even though they weren't really playing on site, they had the numbers advantage to go in for this retake.
Seen very fast rotates, right, from the side of the defenders on both teams. Going for flanks. This time around, Hyotong up and above on the generator position. Bit of a labor spray, manages to find one, but Tony Kim doesn't have the luxury of teleporting away. Has to stand up and fight a collab. Finds him with the ghost actually. And over and above the wall, there's a bit of a gap he's mentioned, right? There's not supposed to be a gap, but the smoke is not in the optimum position. Another res invested, and they just take up the hits on dude. Rolling Thunder gonna be used up, it stops the plant. It stuns up the last player, Stellas, with the Tour de Force. He can't scope in. It's a 1v2, but a very doable one. He has an amazing weapon in his hands, but he's stunned up, and Budface catches him on his retreat. A 7-11. Found from the side of AG. They're just 2 rounds away from securing them another chance to bring things back on a 3rd map.
That round itself, Lucid's utility usage was amazing. It just completely denied Sellers of that weapon of his. Like, we know how devastating the operator can be in the hands of a powerful chamber player, and Lucid, he just completely shut that weapon down. And coming into this next round, it is going to be a full buy round for both teams, but Hyotong once again with that fuzz take onto Sellers, takes out his counterpart. Even though invested, it doesn't connect. He's still on the side. Tony Kim finds one collab with the trade. Still numbers advantage over in the hands of AG.
This time there's no flanks coming in. They're all coming in towards the CT position. The retake is going to be coming in from a one-dimensional area. And they have control of Arcade. This is a great position that the side of drunk players has found themselves in, but the aftershock pushes the breach out of his position, has to pick up his heads up, dual standing up and just fighting. The player that was supposed to hold them in before the retake happens is the last player to remain standing. He's stunned up, but he finds all 3 frags. Okay, and the round collab. Somehow, in a clutch 1v3, he finds all the hits despite being stunned up. What?
Oh, how do you do that, collab? All 3 players, even though he was completely stunned up, like you mentioned. 3 headshots. What was that? There was an amazing play coming in from collab to save his team, to just save his team that round, and completely denying AG Esports of their match point here. Hyotong wants to go aggressive again. This time around, they're aware drunk players, they stun it up.
Again, there's only one player here to receive his Tony Kim. Has the orbital strike. He's gonna use it. Trying to flush out and buy a bit more time. He's still alive towards the tower position, but gets instant hit shotted down for the count. And now the rotate this time around. Double flank coming in towards the B main position. Vid has to stand up tall and gets absolutely flashed out of his mind. Can't find a single frag, and now the retake's coming in, but with an orbital strike on the other side of the team this time. They can stall out the retake, but oh my god, JC with the drive-by headshot coming in. 4v3 now, collab reveals his position, finds 2 frags, and suddenly the frags in the favor of the side of drunk players. And now with the orbital strike, as I mentioned earlier on, this buys so much time. It's so difficult Budface has to go for a tab and oh, he's playing it to perfection. Tata just playing around, playing the time. And Collab again, last one standing, will find the last frag. It's 9-11.
Well, once again, coming in clutch with those 2 frags from his position in arcade. And once again, this pushes AG back into an eco buy. Stingers on the board all around. The only one with I just opened up the tab. I saw this guy's.
Fox is 30-11. He's 13-11. I cannot believe that scoreline. And now, as you mentioned, it's a save. They have to go for a bit of half buy. Right, if they lose this, it's a bit of a dangerous situation. Showstopper coming in. Oh, he finds two. He finds both players coming in. And Buttface, denied in the previous round, he takes things into his control this time around. Sellers, a bit of a labored spray coming in, but eventually catches onto Kyotong despite with the weaker weapon.
That was an amazing read by AG. Both players, Collab and Kawaii, down for the count. The resurrection unable to be utilized as well. JC though does have a resurrection of his own. Might be able to get Kyotong's back up online here.
JC has the res. He may want to go for this res right here. And yeah, he will. So this is a very dire situation coming in from the drunk players, and losing one more does not help that situation.
Yeah, with both these players being tagged up, I don't know about this round.
The A side is empty. Tatata has the spike, however, so he's very, very far away from the action. And Salas did break that trip, so they know that he's here, somewhere towards the A side. But the main issue, getting Tatata into the side itself and getting that spike planted. Salas has to stay alive. If he goes down, it's almost near impossible. And Kyotong's, it's a bit of an inkling of where the player could have stuck up to. They have to play things to perfection if they want to win this.
2v4 retake situation.
Player standing.
Lucid already picks up the first. And it's all up to Tatata. Seems like he can't find anything at all as JC bleeds up the round, bringing AG Esports to their match point.
Oh, nice attempt coming in, right? You saw the ideas, the little gears they were grinding in their heads, trying to find some sort of a way into this round. Unfortunately, just a little too low on HP was the side of Salas, and unfortunately, right, they just converged upon spike planter. In the end, still 12-9. Regardless of how you got that round, you still had it. 12 now garnered, that's secured at least overtime. They just need one more round, and with a rolling thunder in their hands, they could go for something aggressive or just use it for a retake.
That's a good spot.
Yeah, I mean, this time around though, drug players, the buy's not looking too good. It seems like they want to go aggressive here. They're aware. Oh! Buttface on up the first. The rolling thunder comes through. Hold up, try to see if I can find one, but what more can you do? And when you're stunned up like this,
remaining. Spike down, attacker spawn.
It's the perfect pinch coming in. All 5 players, every single person on the side of AG pushed A main and B main. Simultaneously, they just didn't get too much re-aggression coming in from the side of drunk players. They were all just stuck towards their spawn position, and just like that, JC gonna close up the round. It was a very dire state, especially with just the Bucky in hand, and AG are your victors on the map of Fracture. It was a bit of a tumultuous start, but in the end, they pull ahead with their reads, with their coordinated team play. And this is the team that we all wanted to see, we all expected to appear in this match. Of course, looking at the top of the scoreboard, Kyotong's 30-13. Monumental work from him. Collab, 27-18, did his very best to put his team on his back and tried his utmost, but unfortunately just falling short of the mark.
I think this map, Kyotong's, he just went absolutely insane. He was a monster on his absolute monster on his map. 30-13. How often do you see that, especially in these kinds of situations when tensions are high, and you literally have this whole series banking on this map itself. That's so much pressure to have on a player, and Kyotong's he surpassed all of that, and topping the leaderboard to bring AG Esports into the third map of Pearl.
Yeah, we will be going to the map of Pearl. This is the final battleground that these two teams will find themselves upon. They have to see who is victorious in this one to see who goes on into the next stage of the brackets, of course, in the upper brackets. Loser of this not out just yet, but of course, every single series win is very important if you want to move on in this tournament. But yeah, I think we will be going for a short little break. So stay tuned, guys, because when we come back, it's going to be the final map of Pearl to see who goes on to the upper bracket finals for this group. Stay tuned. We will be back in just a little bit.
Follow your trail and the love's in your mind and the love's in your head. Let me escape from this unlove, cause I'm a prisoner. I just want to look my way and never back to you. Ooh, I'm not a bubble. Let me be myself. I'm not a bubble. Let me be myself. To look my way and never back to you. Ooh, I'm not a bubble. Let me be myself. I'm not a bubble. Let me be myself. Let me be myself. Sometimes a disaster, sometimes we get free. Oh, you take the long way to stay close to me. I don't want another, I just wanna breathe. You take me higher, you stay close to me. Oh, I feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't close my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chase the night. Oh, I feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't close my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive. Sometimes a disaster, sometimes we get free. Oh, you take the long way to stay close to me. I don't want another, I just wanna breathe. You take me higher, you stay close to me. I feel so alive, feel so alive. Dark won't close my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chase the night. Oh, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Dark won't close my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chase the night. Feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't close my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chase the night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Cloudy Tournament Season 3. My name is Colden. Joined with me is, of course, the one and only Grammys. And what a map 2 we just had on the map of Fracture. It was back and forth. We had clutches, we had insane ultimates going on at the same time. I mean, Grammys, what do you think of that map so far?
It was an absolute showdown of these two amazing teams. And AG Esports, I think they've reawakened coming into that map itself. We saw Kyotox show up so phenomenally. 30 kills as a chamber. What was going on? I have no clue. I just want to know what was going on in that man's mind. He had no fear at all taking all those duels. And map 3. The scoreline now 1-1 in this series. We're heading into map 3 and it's going to be Pearl. So this is gonna be one heck of a match.
Yeah, I mean, this is, in my opinion, where all good best of threes end up on. Right, Pearl, a new map, new strats, new agent picks as well. There's been a bit of a change for Pearl, right? Not as recent as the Fracture ones, but it's still relatively new, right? There is a couple of changes towards the mid portion of the map, towards art, a bit of change towards the B link position as well. So just minor changes, but still it's not insignificant, should I say. And yeah, I think there is a lot of room for different agent picks to come in. As you can see here, quite diverse, might I say. The Phoenix coming in, right, on Vid.
Phoenix. This is
Looking
gonna
at the
be
other side.
really interesting.
Right,
I mean,
look at the two philosophies, right? There's a double duelist on one side and a double controller. What do you think about that, Gravy?
I mean, starting out on the defense itself, having a double duelist composition just means that you have to take those initial fights because you don't have as much stalling utility or like post plant utility for your team itself. So as a duelist on defense, you have to go take the initiative to try and get those opening picks. So it's gonna be interesting to see how these players are gonna play, especially since they do have a chamber in the mix as well. And on the other side, double controller just means that you have a lot more freedom to try out a lot of different strategies, I would say.
Yeah, the amount of utility that's available, right? Fakes with the Viper Wall, Astra Smokes, the Nebulas that can be recalled back, feign presence at different parts of the map, take control. That's a lot of options available from the side of AG. But of course, when it comes down to it, it's all about those aim deals, right? Have to hit those hits to get those kills, and immediately A main and a B main pressure coming in from the defense. Collab gonna be finding the first one, catches the luck of Kyotongs. The man advantage, they can't just sit pretty. They know that there's mostly gonna be players towards this mid portion of the map.
Lucid, off the back of those paint shells coming in, he has to fall back off this angle, but it's already paid off for them. They tried to go aggressive here, but it didn't really work out, so they have to try and re-hit another side of the map instead. And I just realized that they don't have a duelist. Another interesting thing to note, they don't have a duelist, they have 2 initiators, and now with the KO initiator, the flashes being reworked, it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. But Lucid though catches the head of Collab and opens up the B side completely, and the Haunt is even gonna spot out a couple players coming in.
Spike planted.
The abundance of utility, they gain control of the side. They caught the only defender, and Lucid could play spoil at the back. They don't even hear him. Peeking out, finding a couple of frags, make that 2 frags coming in. 3 already in the round. It's a 2v3 retake. Has to be called for by JC. Already around the corner, just playing time, playing around with their utility. This composition is so good at that, and they just swing together at the end. Beautifully done from the side of AG. They recover after losing their first player. After losing the opening fight, they lost their chamber player, but they still were able to pull things back and do so very convincingly.
I mean, Lucid picking up that frag onto Collab, that was so important, and him just holding it down towards the screen's position and finding 2 more just paid dividends for his team, and they were able to pick up this pistol. I think it's one of the few that they've picked up in this series itself, so that's a good start coming into this. Kyoto's though, Vandalby coming through for him.
It's not the pistol rounds that's the issue, right? It's always the second round.
Oh
and
no.
This time around, they aren't going for a force, right? They are on the defense. They can't get a spike plant, additional cash in their pocket, so they have to go for classics and Frenzy and Shoddy, but around the corner, it's very dangerous coming in, but the bait and switch, they just swap out their players around. Kawaii spotted out with the Shorty as well, as Lucid finds a bit more pressure relieved towards that A portion of the map, and yep, that's where they will finish. 2v5 retake, a difficult one for the last 2 players.
And with these less than super weapons, Kawaii only has a Shorty to try and work with. Not even any satchels to try and get in close as well, so he just gets spotted out and taken down by Bugface.
Hello, and disappears. But 5v1 Collab. Interesting, right? He was, if I'm not mistaken, the Sage on the previous map. So now swapping over to the chamber, right? Maybe feeling like he has some sort of he's feeling it this time around, right? This game today has been really, really good so far. Maybe a chamber could be the correct call, right? The potential to teleport away, get a multi-frag rounds in his pocket could definitely be an avenue for success. But of course, again, this time around, a clean 2-0 start for AG. Right, they don't lose the second round, they can go for a full bonus in this one, and they still even have some cash for the next one if they don't come out victorious.
But this is the round that drunk players really have to win, because if they lose this round, they won't really have the economy to work with coming to the next. And with how AG have been playing so far, you see Kyotong's already finding that first pick in the form of his counterpart Collab once again. Things are not looking good for drunk players right now.
That's what happened the first round, right? The pistol round, Collab was the one that got the kill. This time, Hyotong's aware and ready for that peek coming in, but Vid, oh, he's gotta be careful, not using any utility whatsoever, but he double peeks with his teammate. Now follows up with a flash, and it's perfectly done, baited in and eliminated. Just Hyotong's left alone. He was last spotted towards that B main, B long position. Took the heads-up duel against the other chamber, but due to that early encounter, brought down on such low HP, it's a difficult task, and as time went,
Kyoto is down to 11 HP, unable to do anything at all. All he can do is just fall, and off the back of that, drug players, they pick up their buy round. We're coming into this next round though. Full buys coming through for both these teams here. Lucid, half shield for him, but this time around he does have the Nightfall to work with as the ultimate economy starts to... this cycle starts to get worked up here. Yeah.
Gotta be careful right around these corners. A bit of utility trading coming in so far. And still, a pretty default setup. This time around, not too aggressive are the defense, right? You saw them very aggressive towards B long and A main early on in the half. But this time around, playing a bit more passive. And I think they are expecting a bit of a mid presence, right? 3 players here prepared to receive. The other side of things, AG just taking things nice and slow. They are just prodding for a bit of information. I think they will just converge onto his side itself. In the meantime, right, looking at the B long, Yotongs, if he finds a kill onto Collab, it's actually a free sight. And with this advanced position, right, they are just going to team up with him.
Especially with the rotation being drawn off the back of a single Prowler. Collab, he's able to get out of there alive, but tagged down to 70 HP himself. While he's just waiting for the plant to go down. Hoping gets spotted out though, but Kyoto's and Pony give pick up 3 in that mix.
Planted.
Bit. He does find 1, but this 2v4 situation retake not looking too good for the players of the players here. Sellers though picks up the first, the second in fact as well. Comes under the 1v situation. Run it back, utilize. Let's have information. But with this Nova Pulse coming in, it just denies him of so much time and space, and Kyotongs is the one who wins that duel in the end. Vid taken down 3-1 scoreline for AG.
It almost seemed like drug players were gonna go for their retake successfully. Sellers, fantastic 2k on that retake. Unfortunately gets taken down before Vid could come in for his assistance. And yeah, so now they are on an eco round of their own. Result for a couple of weaker weapons. On the meantime, AG, this is their time to start building up a couple of rounds, right? You have the rifles in hand, get a couple of clean rounds in. In the meantime, it's early aggression coming from the defense towards that mid position. Collab gets pushed off his angle, but they are aware that mid was compromised. And look at the mid push coming in, butt face.
Oh,
Just in the corner, the Prowler doesn't spot him whatsoever.
You are powerless.
Malcolm and utilize to deny any utility from being used. JC. Not gonna go down though. Vid and Collab pick up a couple of kills, but just traded right back.
Last player standing.
Kawaii can line up a couple of frags. They're not aware of his position. Finds the first. He knows where the second is as well. And he knows that the Viper's here with that molly in place. Nice! No, unfortunate. Almost catching the second one, but that double swing on him was just enough. Whew. I was about to think that the Rico weapons are gonna do something dangerous yet again.
It was definitely a close call for AG. But they were able to try and... I mean, they were able to control the situation and get it back in their favor there. So coming into this next round, they do have quite a bit of economy to work with. So even if they lose this one, not all is lost. And with the ultimate coming online, Collab, he has the tour de force at the ready. But this time around, no one is going to be looking towards his direction though.
It's actually a Nebula that was placed down towards their belong position, so it gave him a bit of questions in the round, but Vid double dink onto the Viper, right? Despite the fight going down, they still have the Astra, so not all is lost in this round just yet. Looks like it's gonna be an A split coming in. Ta-ta-ta! Multiple players! Not connected a single one, and Kawaii now this time gets swatted out by the Prowler. Fantastic utility usage, but the split is absolutely everywhere but the target. Sellers aware of where the last 2 players could have been. Make that the last one. And Kyotongs 20 HP again, last one standing. I don't think he will find any more in this round. Collab finds the last kill as the defenders find that second round.
I'm so confused. How was Kawaii able to find that frag
I
even
don't
though
know.
he was completely blind
running
and
around.
deafened? He was just spraying, and somehow, some way, he managed to kill one of the players, and they weren't really able to get a trade in time. So the timing was not in the favor of AG Esports this time around.
Time to work.
And this actually has quite a big of a effect on the economy. Right, you can only afford 3 rifles.
You want to play? Let's play.
Going for that orb itself, right? Kyotongs now has the big gun that he desires in this round. But they have to play it slow, right? They have to let it work, try to find opening pace.
I really like how Vid is playing off the contact of Tatata here. He's just waiting with his flash.
Baiting him in.
Oh. That doesn't really work out though.
Now they're aware. I don't know if AG wants to still push the issue. And Lucid with a fantastic wide swing catches onto Vid. And now, just one player on the side itself. Silas has to go absolutely huge. Just finds the first. That's a great job. Dashes away if he can just manage to buy a bit more time. Survive as well. Drops the spike. Has utility in hand but gets caught out with it. Showstopper finds a couple of players and will connect onto one. It's still a 1v2. With an op in hand, it's a difficult weapon for the retake itself.
Spike
Collab
planted.
just sneaking up. Can he find the frag itself? Yes, catches the first. It showed information on where the second player is. But the Astra, one of the worst players to go up against on a retake. Post plan, he's just sticking it. No way, he's just sticking. He has to push the issue. He has to catch him at the very last moment. Collab almost. Couple of seconds, milliseconds to say the least.
That was so close. But Tony Kim was able to shut that right down. Collab though, huge props to him for trying to stick that spike. That was
So bold.
you. Oh my gosh, that was absolutely insane. And this time around, they are gonna have the buys are looking pretty interesting on both sides, actually.
Yeah, because so many players went down, right? The economy is not good for either team. This constant back and forth between the chambers towards this B long position, right? Should I push? Should I just hold this angle? It's sort of a game of chicken, in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, operator given over to the side of AG. All he has to do is just hold down his position, wait for any aggression to come through.
That's exactly what AG is trying to do, right? Wait for a bit of aggression. They know that the defense are getting a bit antsy. They want to get information at other parts of the map. Especially with just that one single initiator of theirs. Oh, but they're going into the meat grinder. No, somehow the judge does not get a single frag. Just a bit of damage. And Kyotongs in the meantime catches the aggressive B lurk, but coming in with the nade. Kawaii finds one more. Then call for a bit of a pause in the action. Vid now on the flank itself. Spots out the Astra, but the Astra spots him as well. Now he's just around the doors itself. Strafing back and forth. Vid somehow ends up victorious. He has the run it back available. The players are technically relatively split apart. He will choose and opt to go for it. JC now. It's gonna be a 1v1 duel at the back of the hall's position. If he has to play things nice and slow, manages to connect onto the frag itself, so information garnered, ult wasted. But he has to call for backup, right? He splits up the entire attack, but JC swings out at the opportune moment before his gun is being pulled out. A 6th round now garnered for AG.
Yeah, AG looking really strong on this attacking side. They have so much utility to work with, especially in post-plant situations. With the Astra, the Viper, the KO, you have mollies on top of smokes, on top of PK and vulnerable status effects, and it just gives you so much freedom to play how you want to, especially with the double controller setup. Even though you have like Viper utility on one end of the map, you can have the Astra for the other. This is exactly how they choose to cross this Ram's position itself. Collab has to fall back off of this angle. Cosmic Divide to come through now. Come on, as well as the players of Indie Esports swarm onto the side. Collab is trying to find an opportune moment before the spike goes down, but Bunface is the one who finds that first pickup. Spike's plan is gonna go down finally. And with this Cosmic Divide in place, the retake is gonna be very difficult coming down.
Oh no, timing. The wall goes down. Yeah, this is a retake of the ages if they somehow manage to pull this one off. And Kawhi somehow makes the Bucky work in Belong. And Tata actually catching onto the lurk of Buttface itself. So it's a 2v3, but with Astra utility already on the ground itself. Just delaying the inevitable, right? Tata has the rifle in hand, but with so many players facing up against him, it's an impossible task. And 7 rounds now garnered for AG.
It seems like nothing can slow them down once they get their momentum. With a couple of key ultimates coming online with Viper's Pit as well as the Nightfall, it can give them so much of an edge coming into this next round, especially with both these teams on a full buy. Operator in the hands of both chambers. Will we see a chamber battle once again is the question.
Looks like it, right? Both players again towards B-Long. But this time, very passive angle taken by Collab. He's been pushed off that early aggression multiple times, so I understand that he wants to take a bit more passive of an angle, right? Have a better chance of getting a pick coming in. Ooh, A main aggression coming in. JC. It's a bit of a trap setup coming in, right? They want to bait in a player so that Vid can get a nice flash and then convert onto him, but he just peeks out dry, gets the frag regardless, and an opening frag out. Now Ghana, now Hawaii this time around, they're pushing towards his position. A lot of players coming in towards his domain, but he stays strong, he stays upright. Rock holding down mid.
He's gonna be giving up this control here though, so the rest of the players are gonna be heading over to this B side itself. Collab is still waiting, but with this toxic screen itself, Tata finally catches that lurk off. The rest of the players have already made it onto the side. Collab finally shuts down the opposing chamber. Tony Kim does find the first, but what more can you do when there's 3 players staring right at you? Kawaii takes him down. Even retrieves the operator for his teammate as well.
Finally, they get that 3rd round, right? Drunk players, a bit of a dry spell the last couple of rounds, but finally answered one more. If they can get the last 2 rounds, right? That would be massive. It would be very important going into the next half. They want to get as many rounds as possible. 7-5, still not a bad scoreline, right? You take that almost any day of the week. But they gotta be careful because if they lose this next one, they're gonna be put down on a low buy. So, important round coming up for this one. Both teams' economy actually in the balance. So whoever wins this most likely may just take home the last round as well. This time they swapped it up around. Instead of the chamber, it's the Phoenix coming around towards the B-long position. Takes down the chamber. Now Kawhi up with the judge this time around. Also cannot find anything more. Stella is aware that there's a multiple players towards his position. Tries to find one avenue, gets pincered around, and same goes for Vid. Tries to back up his teammate, but unfortunately can't manage anymore. With just 1 kill in the round. It's a 2v4. They have the orbital strike. And do they opt to use it? I think you should. It's the last, or at least it's going to be a very influential round. He lays the spike plant coming in. Collab gets spotted on his flank. He's just 1 HP. Dancing around the corners, trying to find a chance back into this round, but Buttface finds him. Ta now left alone in a 1v4. Position revealed. Spike yet to get planted though. Things get a little bit dicey if he tries to do something cheeky, but I think his days are numbered. I say that he just dances out the smoke. It's 1v2, very doable. He has 2 smokes and a molly as well. Has to use those utility, I think, if he wants a chance into this one. Around the corner, it's the crossfire effect coming in. Ta up and above. Tony Kim is actually on a low HP, so you can find the Viper. Boys.
Smoke's down.
Incendiary drops down the sky smokes. Where's the last player? Where does he think the last one's gonna be around? Catches the headshot and almost flicks onto Tony Kim. A valiant attempt, but just shy of the margin.
Last round
And
before the
because of that, AG find the 8th round and put the side of drunk players on another really, really awkward buy.
You see the rifles coming through, but you also see a couple of eco weapons, a Spectre, a Bucky in the
I get a
mix
drop?
as well.
Kawaii loves the shotguns.
Yeah. I mean, the Bucky has been working, the Judge has not, which is pretty
That's
interesting.
interesting. Yeah, I mean, you don't really see the flip side of what should be the norm, but a fast round coming in, they push off the chamber, double ultimates coming in. Oh, Vid flashes himself in the midst of things. The Showstopper gets absolutely nothing and he goes for a spray down, somehow manages to find through in his run it back. And it has to be called off. The Nightfall actually gained them so much space, but the counter ultimate usage, run it back, pushes all of the players backwards, knocks down 2 in the process. But in the meantime, Tony Kim realizes that the rotate has to be called for. Tata top and above has to deny, trying to find a single frag, and he can't find a single one. As JC uses his ultimate, Tony Kim reveals his advanced position, and with the Viper's Pit finally going down in the last round of the half, it should be a done deal. But Vid snuck around the corner, found an opportune moment. 3 frags already in the round, flashes himself in, but does not go into the pit itself. He's waiting for a bit of backup. Kawaii waiting on his advance to come in, but Buttface with that headshot takes him down a peg. Again, in a 1v2 clutch. Viper low HP, but Tony Kim provides cover fire from down below, knocks down the flying Kawaii.
Switching
And it's a
sides.
9-3 half.
Right there.
This is sort of deja vu from the first map itself, only it was in reverse. We started out on the first map with drunk players getting a 9-3, and now we're on the third
Yeah.
map with AG with their own 9-3, and this is such... I mean, even though we always say like the 9-3 curse, this is a very dominant scoreline to have right now. You're just 1 round away from double digits, just 4 rounds away from securing map and series points, and things are looking dire for drunk players here.
I mean, look at that composition. You kind of favor the defense for the side of
Yeah.
AG, right? You have so much more utility, delay, double controller. And with them already getting 9 rounds on the attacking half, it seems like it's a done deal. AG spreading their legs, 2 tags coming in. That's a decent amount of damage. They're going straight into the side itself. Drunk players, they need this pistol round to say the least, and they do find the lone player at the back of the side itself. So they can get that spike down, and it should be a retake position to be called for. The spam doesn't work out for him, and who does smoke itself? Tony Kim somehow catches up to Stella instead, and it's a fight towards the mid position. Buttface goes down. And then the attackers have found themselves in a man advantage situation. The plant is fantastic for a long post plant. Kawaii relieves even more pressure. He's just being a nuisance at the back here, just buying time for the rest of his teammates. With just 1 player left remaining, Tony Kim, who was the hero in the previous round, but this round will fall last and not convert. 4th round gained for the drunk players, and a much needed one at that.
Yeah, definitely so. And it's very interesting to how the drunk players, they're gonna be playing this attacking half itself, because they have 2 duelists, which means they have a lot of entry firepower, but they also only have 1 controller in the form of a Brimstone. And Brimstone, he's not as good at smoking for longer angles, especially on this B side.
That's true.
So to get in close, to try and get these smokes down, they have to.
My gosh,
try
it's
and-
a full fight towards
Okay.
Long.
Okay. Speaking of getting in close, AG, they want to get up in the faces of drunk players here. Just behind.
I mean,
this
surely you
bucket.
go away, right? Surely. You know that there's gonna be just classics around here. You don't want to lose your weapons to like 4 classics coming in. Ooh, Kyodongs, in the meantime. The 1 player that wasn't on the B side itself gets spotted out, and it should be a free A side. Yeah, once they take him down, they know that there's way too many people towards B. They just beeline straight towards A.
Should be able to get the spike plant down pretty safely. 4v5 retake situation here. AG, goodbye. On spots out the map.
Do they have an extra suck? Okay, I think they should have. Okay, they don't. The Molly, they have a lineup, so things actually didn't get too out of hand there. I was thinking for a moment that they vacated the site, which was good from them, but they just disappeared before. Well, I was just afraid that they wouldn't be able to get like the frags and deny the spike defuse, but you know, at least they do have that lineup from the Brimstone.
A gift.
I mean, second round in this half itself going the way of drunk players. Definitely a good start to try and put themselves back into a position for a comeback. But this time around though, AG, they're gonna have full buys, rifles on the board. Very tough situation for drunk players to be in. Especially with usually coming in. Lucid does find one, but Kawaii is left for the trade, and King Chao Tony Kim has to be pushed off of this angle.
In the meantime, look at JC. He's clearing out the entire back portion of the map towards sewers. He's making sure that nobody has lurked his way through, and Tony Kim here to assist as well. So they're clearing out this position, and it's very proactive from them. I like what they're doing so far, but they've got to be careful because there's a bunch of players on the other side of this door. If they're not too careful, they could go down and give themselves up in this bonus round from the side of drunk players.
Basically, you're gonna be hearing all these footsteps heading over to this A side butt face though. He might be able to catch
There was no one's here.
a couple of players. They have so much control right now. Top of the map itself, Kawaii goes aggressive, picks up one in the form of JC. Numbers advantage given over to the side of drunk players.
They're all split. AG players are all isolated. It's gonna be 1v1s, all just given up.
Player standing.
And yeah, despite that good positioning, despite Bloodface having the entirety of A main under his control, the rest of his teammates were just so disjointed from each other that it made this retake very difficult. It's not over just yet, especially if he gets this kill. It's 1 HP, the last player, Collab, just barely surviving on a sliver of health. Just around the corner, does he stick? Here's the positioning, Collab. He knows where Buttface is, but Buttface is just sticking it. He's around the corner. He can't get diffused upon, and Buttface, just like that, sticks in the face of danger. Low HP, doesn't even go for the frag. He just sticks it all the way, jumping right click to close things out, and just like that, they scraped away a very, very dire round that honestly should have been in the favor of the drunk players. It was a 3v1.
Speaking of disjointed, I think the drunk players themselves, they were pretty disjointed in that post-ban situation. So, Buttface, 1v1 situation as you mentioned, Colden. He was able to isolate those angles and close it out for his team, but at what cost? They lost 4 rifles, so coming into this next one, they don't have the best of weapons here. A couple of specters on the board and Kyoto's opting for that headhunter instead.
That's a big pick.
Obscuring vision.
Player standing.
Able to find one, and that's just enough for Lucid to try and cause some chaos. Suddenly the tides are turned. Lucid picks up 3, and it comes down. Hitanaka in this 1v3 situation utilized, but with this snake bite in at his feet, Buttface cleans the round up. 11 points on the board for the side of AG. Just 1 round away from match point here, and things are not looking good for drunk players right now. They have to fall back on his eco weapons.
That was an interesting strat, right? They push towards B-Link, and then they wanted to push towards sewers, but they just did not have the best utility in place for that to do so, right? It was very rushed. There was a couple of gaps in that strategy, and well, AG were able to identify all those gaps, and they punished them heavily. Like the whole round just taken out of their control, and now with such a weak buy going into potentially the penultimate round, they don't have a lot to buy in the next one. And with the rifle invested into Kawaii, we'll see if he can make any use of it, right? It's a hero rifle, hero vandal. Collab. Sneaking up his way towards B long right. It's a very, very dangerous move. Actually teleports out of there. They actually can just go back towards the B side. There's nobody here. Collab actually finds a frag, and all the frags actually suddenly end up in the favor of the side of the drunk players. It's a weird series of events. I'm not sure if they even had like any direction at all in that round, but they just found their duels and they won them.
Yeah, I mean, Kawaii with the showstopper just spots out butt face, fires the showstopper and manages to connect it, and that instantly shuts down this Viper's pit that was looming over his A site. And with all these players finding all these frags, somehow, some way, drunk players managed to stay alive for one more round. But with these ultimates on the side of AG itself, the Nightfall as well as Cosmic Divide can give them so much advantage, especially in
Oh, invade now. It's a weak buy coming in from AG, but they're making it work. But I mean, they're not making it work. They're being absolutely decimated.
Stinger does connect the headshot, but unfortunately it's not enough. Kawaii and Vid close it out flawlessly. And once again, drunk players take the round off the back of that. And this time around, it's gonna be a full buy for both these teams.
That works.
Except for Tony Kim.
I mean, as the Astra, I mean, he is top fragging, right? You don't want to give him too little of weaponry or an opportunity to frag out, because we've seen him do amazing work so far on this map. But yeah, as you mentioned, it is a gun round. And looking at the ultimates, right? Run it back. Orbital strike. Fantastic ultimates for a nice execute into the side itself. But B long is a position where two of these chambers have constantly having their 1v1s, constantly dueling against each other. This time around, Kyotong's having a rough map so far, finds the first one. But this just calls for the aggression towards the mid position, and now they actually gain control over the back like the back spawn position into sewers. But the spikes dropped out and just fighting every single portion of the map. Kyotong's found that frag onto B long. Now he's pushed up and flanked them. And Sellers with such a great position, but without the spike or any teammates, it's very hard to see if there's any use whatsoever. JC closes things out. Flawless one to call that.
Match point.
AG was like just taking a page out of the book of drunk players, closing out a round in a flawless manner on the buy round itself. And coming into this round, from here on out, drunk players, they cannot make any more mistakes. They have to pay for this overtime. Sure, it's a full buy for both these teams, but drunk players, they have such a tall task ahead of them, especially if they want to try and close things out. They have to take this to overtime. Where are?
And now that they've given up B long, the side of AG have won. They are the ones who now have established that they are the ones who are going to be victorious in a B long fight. And the attack again towards the A side itself. But Lucid opens things up. Vid goes down. That's one of the duelists. Has to pivot into the side of Kawaii. Finds the first and the second as well. Now there's one player at the back of the side. JC has to face up against the wall. Gets gray screen through the smoke. Flashed in. Stunned up and bitten by the dog. Kyotong's now up against the world together with Tony Kim. Up and bottom of the scoreboard. Both of these players have to somehow make it work if they want to win this map right here, right now. 4 players stand against them. A spam coming through. But gets taken down. Sellers actually finds the first one, and Kyotong's finds the second as in the meantime, and with the Astro utility and the Brimstone Hulk, buys a bit more time, but he can go for the stake. Oh, but the incendiary, perfectly done. I don't think there's enough time. There's no way, right? There's no possible way, Kyotong. Is there enough time? There is just like this. It's a 2v4. What? AG!
How?
I counted them out.
What was that coming in from both these players, Kyoto's and Tony Kim, to close up the map and the series at that? 2-1 Pearl, the domain of AG Esports, as they make it to the upper brackets of this group stage itself.
What was that last round? What was that last round? I can't believe what I just witnessed. I was calling them. I thought there was not enough time. I thought the stall utility was good enough. They had the orbital strike. They had the incendiary. They can't have stuck that. Why was collab in the smoke? There was no need. Misplays, small little misplays, isolated 1v1s, and Tony Kim, he was a bit quiet in the second map. But look at him now, 19 and 12. Fantastic stats for an Astra player. Kawaii, trying his best, 22 and 15. Unfortunately, just not enough to pull it over the line. But at the end of the day, AG, it was a team effort. Mistakes on the side of Drunk players that they shouldn't have made. It ultimately cost them this map and a chance to go up into the upper brackets of this group.
But not all is lost for Drunk players. They still have the potential to try and qualify for the playoffs itself. This is a double elimination format in group stage itself, so Drunk players, if they're able to keep up the performance that they did in the first map itself, I do believe that they have a chance to try and qualify for the playoffs.
Definitely. I mean, they've shown the mettle, right? They've shown that they've come here to fight. They took home the very first map of Mind in a pretty convincing fashion. Second map was a bit of a slugfest, to say the least, and honestly, the third, they had moments where they shined. They had moments of brilliance, but unfortunately, AG, I think they composed themselves on the third map. We could see the strategical difference, the utility usage was just far and away better than Drunk players in this one, and that teamwork, that synergy was ultimately what I believe to have won them this match and this entire best of 3 in general. So congratulations to AG, right? Coming in down a map, bring things back in a 2-1 fashion. They punch themselves a ticket into the upper bracket and a chance to qualify themselves with just one more best of 3. But commiserations to Drunk players. They go down but not out. We'll hopefully see them later on in the tournament perhaps.
Yeah, I definitely want to see more of these players. All of these players here have played phenomenal in my opinion. And I can't wait for more Valorant action coming later. But we're gonna head into a short break for now. But stay tuned for the next matchup that we have for you at Cloudy's Valorant Tournament Season 3.
Follow your trail and I'm losing your mind and I'm losing your head. Let me escape from this love, cause I'm a prisoner. I just want to look my way and never back to you. I'm not above it. Let me be myself. I'm not above it. Let me be myself. Sometimes a disaster, sometimes we get free. Oh, you take the long way to stay close to me. I don't want another, I just wanna breathe. You take me higher, you stay close to me. Oh, I feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't cloud my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chase the night. Oh, I feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't cloud my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chase the night. Feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't cloud my eyes. Yeah, feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chase the night. Sometimes a disaster, sometimes we get free. Oh, you take the long way to stay close to me. I don't want another, I just wanna breathe. You take me higher, you stay close to me. I feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't cloud my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chase the night. Oh, I feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't cloud my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chase the night. Feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't cloud my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chasing it. I got you and your vibes in my mind. I can't get them out, no matter how hard I try. I need you and your heart next to mine. Yeah, I'm all about keeping it you and I. When you're here, you spark chemical reactions. Your aura strikes like lightning. Got no words, I'm just drowning in attraction. Only one way to describe it. It's electric, can you feel it? You got the only touch that takes me high. It's electric, I'm up in my feelings. Got double vision 'cause of you tonight. It's electric. Lost in your eyes every time. There's no Just let me go. Please let me go. You like to love so hard and then you throw it away. You like to open skies and then you blame it on me. You're someone I can never be with. You joke about my flaws and weaknesses. What you love so hard and then just throw it away. You opened up my heart and just to close it on me. Don't blame it on me.
Wait, am I starting?
Mhm.
Welcome back once again to Cloudy's Tournament Season 3. I'm Grammy, now joined by Elm. How are you feeling?
I am feeling great. Cloudy just woke me up at friggin' 5 a.m. for nothing. It's now 10 a.m. by the way. It's okay because we're joining you again from New York City. I am personally Grammys all the way in I believe Singapore if I'm correct, and I'm really excited today because we are going into the match Rain Alliance versus Gamer Boy. And if I know anything about these two, it's going to be a spicy matchup when all things are said and done. Before we get started, though, Grammy, I'd really like to shout out our sponsor real quick, Computer Arena Cambodia, right? Again, for I believe 3 seasons now, this sponsor has been proudly helping us, endorse this tournament in Cloudy. And since I've been here from the beginning, I really appreciate their computers and time into creating the most optimal gaming setup for everyone in Cambodia. And I believe, well,
I mean, I guess let's take a look at the brackets.
The roster.
right now. Oh well, we are going into the roster straight away between Gamer Boy and Rain Alliance. And Rain Alliance is, keep in mind, this is the second team of Rain. Even though Rain is like a very well-known organization here in Cambodia, Rain Alliance doesn't really, how do I say this? They're not like the typical second team you usually see between everyone. You know, we have Spooter, Liang, KS, Araker, and Ploy. While the other side of the bracket, the other side of the spectrum, we do have, I've never really cast this team before. I'm really excited to see what they are. So, Mino, K-Myth, Juicy, Phil, and Shadow. I don't know why I said it that way, but I don't,
Okay.
Shadow. And in all seriousness, though, we have one very well-known team and one team that I haven't really casted. I don't know much about them just yet. I'm really excited to see what they bring into the table, especially with the map is Pearl. Again, Pearl is a very toss-up right now. We have a lot of I'd say very mixed metas, I'd say. We have the Astra Viper, we have the Astra Neon, KO, and other stuff like that. This map can be really played in a variety of ways. In a Haven style, an Icebox style, maybe even a Ascent style. It's just like a mixture of all maps together.
I think we're swapping over to Haven instead, though.
And I just
Unfortunately,
got you baited.
Pearl.
I really just got you baited by Cloudy, didn't I? I
Oh,
really just got you baited
no.
by Cloudy. And I really appreciate that, Cloudy, by the way, for debating the casters like that. But anyways, we are going on to Haven. Haven, I'd say, is one of the 3 minor metas from Pearl. And if anything from Haven we know is that teams are either gonna run it down or play a default, and I don't know what to expect.
I vaguely remember you saying Pearl. I mean, no, not. Oh my god! Now I'm in the Pearl mindset.
Yeah, dude,
Haven
Cloudy
is.
just
Oh my
debated. Okay, we're
gosh!
good.
I think I was in Pearl for too long just now. But Haven, I remember you mentioning that Haven is the playground of Rain Alliance themselves. So
Yes,
coming
they
into this
are.
map, what do you think we're gonna see from these teams?
I expect a lot of firepower. I expect a lot of one taps. I expect a lot of dry cereal being consumed by Grammy, even
All
though I want to
right,
throw
let's
up
get
just
the
saying
dry
that.
cereal on the table right
Oh
now.
no. Grammy has been my caster partner for I believe over 5 months, and I think this I don't even know why she still consumes dry cereal.
What? I
But
don't.
we're
Okay, in a situation where you don't have milk readily
Select your
accessible,
agent.
you can just have cereal. Like, why not?
you can, but at the same oh my god, it's not mate. Oh my god. I'm just
Okay,
gonna let
but
that sit for.
looking at the side of Gamer Boys though, the more I look at their team name, the more I think of Gambit. Is it just me?
Yeah. I think of Queen's Gambit because I've been
Ah,
studying chess recently, and it's the opening move I really enjoy, the Queen's Gambit, even though it's a risky move in my
yeah.
opinion. I just like the triangle thing that you do. The
Follow
book stuff.
Churro.
Well, I believe we're gonna get into this straight away. We have the old composition. I mean, I want to see the old revamp composition because we don't usually see Chamber in the old compositions anymore. We just have a Sova, a Sky, an Omen, a Chamber, and the spearheading of the Jet. On the other side of the spectrum, though, we have a more, I want to say, slap you in the face type of vibe. You know what I mean? We have two duelists. More people on the Rays, Spooter on the Jet. Kim Sang is gonna be on the Omen. I mean, like Omen is coming back into the meta a lot now, especially that Astra is
Yeah.
a lot more tailored towards a team that either just wanna go straight at you, or teams that wanna pause and go straight at you. Omen does allow a little bit more of a variation, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Astra, she has a lot of powerful utility for like stalling, causing fakes. But Omen, I think with Omen you get a lot. You get to play a lot more aggressively, and with Rain Alliance they are going for a pretty aggressive composition themselves. Double duelist into the
Okay.
chamber, into the fade. Already W Rod fanboy taking first pick. He's gonna get picked
Milo,
out by
okay.
Liang though, who finds two in fact.
Leanne does find two indeed, and then there's going to be a 3-4 situation.
planted.
4 being the higher integer by a lot. I mean, not a lot, just one integer, I'd have to say. However, these three players, I'd have to say, from GamerBoy is going to be split up across the map. On the other side, though, Raid Alliance is going to be focused all towards CT. I don't think they know that. I don't think they know. On the other side of the map, they're getting pro from behind. And Liang gets his third. Crispy Nana gets his first. Kim Siang is going to make it a 1v3 situation. All things said and done. Then the flash is from behind. And then the things go through. And Liang gets his fourth. Very, very well played by this man. Just, okay, we don't really need a... tactical crouches coming through, I believe, from the side of Scooter. At the same time, though, it's going to be a 1-0, and I think they can afford some Spectres now.
I mean, they can afford Spectres. Liang can even afford a Phantom in the mix. I don't know how good this weapon is in the second round itself, because if you do die and you lose it, then it's gonna be given over to your opponent. I don't think you want that for
No,
yourself.
you really don't want that.
But
You
Liang,
don't want that.
off the back of that first round, I think he's full of confidence.
Wait, what? Okay, Monkey Blade gonna throw the thing down, and then the flashes come through. Space to the leg. It's okay. This man is just echolocationing his way through the A lobby, A long, and this man's gonna fight us. This glove gun comes through, doesn't really connect the shots. Monkey Blade's Liang gonna take him out straight away. Spooter's gonna go on top here as K-Moose is practicing his aim on his side of his teammate over here. As Kim saying, he gets to make his first lane though, and then at the same time though, he's gonna look to the left side. K-Moose got all his lonesome, gonna be 1v5 situation with the classic over here, and then he has to just hold on. He has to take this one fight at a time. I don't think he will know though. At the same time, he does get the double thing on the test shot, and then more people gets K-Moose straight away. It went 2-0. This is a scoreline now, and then the glove gun doesn't really do wonders here in A site.
Yeah,
And
definitely not
I
working
mean,
out.
yeah. I apologize for calling it the glove gun because my collegiate team calls it that. So it's just been stuck in my head.
Glub glub glub. I mean, it has a ring to it. You're not wrong in
It does.
that sense. It does have a ring to it.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go on to our next iteration of our lineup. Larry, this time with the raise of the Moipi Blade, gonna look to send his boom bot straight into the side of garage here. Okay. I don't think it spots them. Does this spot out?
Face your fear!
Okay, Juicy gonna be all his lows to the backside. Gets hit by the Nightfall. Gonna get with all of his shots on the Spooter, who 90 degrees flicks onto the side of his head. Mino and Lane will get one of both, and gonna be 3 degrees also done. But one gets one with a nade. Crispy Banana looking to just dog his way through into the side. Crispy Banana will look to just get another. Well, he does get a Raptor when all things are done, but at the same time, Kayla was putting the man to sleep in the backside. He went anymore. Moipi Blade will get another with a Spectre. He has his nade to work with. He throws it on the floor. He does look the wrong way, but Crispy Banana has to look at the other side. It's gonna be a 3-0 now.
What is going on, Rain Alliance? Are just like forcing their way into the B side with the Nightfall. And for Juicy at the back of sight, he was in a prime position to do so much damage, but unfortunately for him, he's gonna whip all his shots in that situation. I mean, what can you do when you have 5 players running in your face and you can't hear anything and you have a Nightfall activated? You can't really do anything in this situation.
You use echolocation, Grammy. You use echolocation.
Just like how Moipi does it. I see. I understand now.
Oh, okay, I think he's gonna go for it. Oh, okay, slide into your girlfriend's DMs, but not gonna get one, and Kamos stops him straight in his tracks. And then the Seeds will come through, get the Raptor, and then headshots. Kamos gets another. Trades will come on through, and then as a 3 between Austin and Dove, this is a very disastrous round, considering this is an eco. Spooter onto the other side. He doesn't know that there's one on his right side. He has to clear this, and Angel Austin said and done. He still gets the side, getting spotted. His gun flashes him straight at himself. His flash is way too good. He can't even dodge his own flash. And then Liang, in the world of his own, Nino does get Kim saying this could be a disastrous round from Rain Esports. Rain Alliance. As this man gets another, he has to work with it now. He will exit the gunfights, and Minoy will finish him off his 50 round.
Thrifty round coming through for GameBoy to get a first point on the board. Definitely a good start after losing the first 3, but this time around, I mean, Rain Alliance, they still have a lot of economy to work with coming into the next. Liang, no. Vector in his hands. Will we see run and gun action is the question.
I think we will. I really think we will. I mean, how else are you gonna use that gun? Just sit down and spray, get one tap by a Vandal? I don't think so, right?
Is the Raptor from Singapore? His ping is very low.
Yes.
Oh, he is, yeah. Okay. Rod Fanboy is gonna take down Moipi Blade.
Deploying drone.
I like how I'm saying that with high accent, knowing real well he's Cambodian, but you know.
Yes.
With the A lobby control though. From Gamer Boy is gonna get stole Araker.
Oh.
Man's just kisses him goodnight.
Wait, 2 rounds
Rod
later,
Fanboy is not gonna get as much as Juicy does get Araker in this day.
what is going on?
I don't know, I really don't know. If the Prowlers will come through, Liang will be on the other side. K-Move's gonna get Spooter through the wall. Rod Fanboy's gonna go through with his head hunter and might. Oh, it still gets it. Oh, TP straight to the back side. K-Moose will be tapping the spike. Rod Fanboy will to the side. Gets one, then might get the second. He won't get the second.
Came down to the wire. K-Move able to close it out. 2 points on the board, even able to retrieve that operator, which did so much damage at the start of the round, completely taking out Moipi and his echolocation.
You know what I like about Cambodia Esports, Grammy?
What's up?
Their playstyle is really fast. So much so that it forced me to rap like Eminem style. Whenever we cast them.
Yes.
Kind of like the neon electric slide spray just right then and there. Also, every time I cast this match, okay, I can't even say my sentence. As there's gonna be 2 kills on the opposite sides of the map, one in garage, the other in A main. K-Moon's gonna look to send his blind out, forcing them to use his echolocation once again. And blind is a bat. He might have to swing it out. Still gets a headshot, even though he's very low. Mountain to swing out through. The garage door is all semi-broken. Liang will be with his lonesome in the sheriff. Holding grass. Scooter on the other side. He does spot out. The classic. Does not connect.
Spike down.
Alright, he's just looking to spray this Scooter. Oh. Okay. If he got that no scope there, I don't think I would have been willing to cast the rest of this game due to how much PTSD that gives me from every single game I've casted so far. But we're just gonna let that slide. 3-3 below scoreline now. Yeah.
Gamer voice. It's tied right back up. Rod fanboy. Total the force in hand this time around. The full boy. Oh my gosh. I am not. What is this axe? Okay. This time around though, Juicy has the operated hand going for this aggressive peek. He peeks into nobody. Minoy is the one who finds the first one instead.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay, gamer boy. Gonna look to damp his ground there. The end looks to spray through the wall for the hopefully favorite trademark. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, Liang still managed to get away with death there. And then he won't get away for long as Juicy's pushed straight to bed. Just a good night. Send him straight to Satan with that Reaper banner. Did I say Reaper banner? I meant Reaper operator.
It's a nice
Yeah. Do you prefer that or kind of friendly?
I feel like we've had this conversation before.
I don't care. Not on the stream.
Fair enough. Okay, it depends. It depends. As I learned in AI class, the answer is always it depends on the situation.
You want to
Phantom
play?
is good in
Let's
situations where you have to
play.
spray through a smoke or just spray in general, but honestly, I prefer
He
playing
knows!
Phantom. Okay, he knows. Oh shit!
Rod fanboy also knows. Gamer boy looking to make a cosplay of Gambit to their Western Grand Finals of. Okay, I spoke too soon. I take full responsibility for that curse. Comparing them to the Queen's Gambit that is the Gambit. Crispy Banana looking to make things crispy here onto the A site. Just holding A short. No one watching A long though. I think Rain is getting a little bit desperate here, especially with the little bit of a disadvantageous gun. This Booter does try to get his first kill. Minoy will get with the Odin. I think he just has to just continue to spray. He's not gonna get one though as Racker takes him down with the quarter force, and then at the same time though it's gonna be a K-Booth teleport all the way up to heaven. He might blind this. Does get a Racker. He's gonna have to hide in default boxes. The 24 sticks through the wall, but the misses by the Rod fanboy as Morgan Much. This Rod fanboy gets third in the round, killing 2K, taking down the hopes and dreams of every single Raid Alliance fan out there. Eating up like dry cereal as well.
So you agree that dry cereal is good now?
No, I didn't say that. I just said he's eating him up like dry cereal. I didn't say it was good.
So
For context, by the way, in our previous time casting, we did have a little bit of a minor argument between what we did agree on. We love the Star cereal.
yes,
We did not agree on the way to eat said cereal. I prefer cereal with milk. Grammy just eats it straight out the box because I don't know why she likes throat cancer. But
I mean, I don't want to dilute the taste. I don't want soggy cereal, okay?
you're not gonna get soggy cereal. There's a thing called ratio for a reason, Grammy. You need to know the ratio between the milk
My
and the cereal. It's
math
called through
sucks. I
experience.
don't do ratio.
It's okay, because you're gonna get Alphos ratioed by Rod fanboy over here as he looks to just hold down the side. Kane was gonna look to supporting him though. I think they're just trying to break the trap. The fried fish comes through. The Roomba doesn't slot out anyone. Rod fanboy looking at this is just spray wars now. Looking to be the trenches of the war between. Okay.
Spike down.
Liang.
C.
So anyways, we'll get straight away. Vision choosing. He's just gonna get one moving at the straight like that. Aracker. Let's get the other side of Mino. I just get one people at the same time. It's gonna be a 2v2 again. Mino, I gonna look to drone out with his owl drone. Looking cute, like the Jet always says. At the same time, he does only spot the other one. He spots the second with his body. Swing through Mino. Sova drone. No, okay.
Yep,
this is just starting to be. This is just them showing off.
You failed. Now
This looks like deja vu. Once again, I mean, we've seen Rain Alliance on against another team.
Haven.
Yeah, Haven itself as well.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, no, I do have
Alright.
to say though, Rain Alliance has had a bit of a rocky start on most Haven matches that we've seen in the past. Their previous matches in their past tournaments have always gone down to a bad start. However, it usually changes in the middle. It's a 50-50 toss-up in which they find their rhythm and just go for it, or they don't and they crumble. And I don't think there's either a time, even a time where it's a close match. It's either just them making a comeback and destroying them, or Rain just getting pounded.
Yeah, I think
You
if
want to do something? I mean,
if-
I throw back to
yes.
the time when Cloudy exposed me meditating, showing everyone we made its meditative practices, but it's okay. We have 6 seconds remaining. We don't need to show that anymore.
we can show it after the game. Oh?
No, I'm not showing it after the
Yay,
game.
but-
Unless Gambit just continues their flawless round where we have to mentally, spiritually, and physically calm down, then I will show my meditative practices.
Alright, alright.
We-
You heard it
yeah,
here now first. Gamer boys.
Are they asleep?
About to do some gamer actions. They've
Okay.
gotten 6 points in a
Get out
row.
of my way!
And Rain Alliance have yet to respond as of yet, but it seems like they might be expecting some aggression coming their way. Okay, they do not want to play spots it out though.
K-Moose. Oh, okay. Might be, but it's just gonna look to push the matter. K-Moose on the other side, though. He just has to get one. He just has to get. But then, okay. I don't know why we didn't. Wait. So Rain won that. It looked like K-Moose was onto something big there, but then more people literally just takes everyone's head off. Buried them in their graves in the sniper's nest with a pee bucket, poured his said pee bucket over all their corpses, and sent them off to I don't know. But I don't know the description. Okay, we're good. Operator! Okay, we're good. Okay.
Okay.
Hey,
Wait.
this is why I don't like the operator, dude. Like, you can just take the peak, you just get anything you want, and then, and Juicy is gonna, whoa.
Okay, it's a complete shutdown on the side.
Scooter, gonna get blinded. How does he still get one? Like,
I mean,
huh?
K-Move was
Last
right in his
round
face,
in the
like,
half.
almost kissing it after the start of step, so I'm not too surprised there. But yeah, Gamer Boys, 7 points in the board, leading in a defending half. It's pretty interesting. Haven, typically a more attacker-sided map. So Rain Alliance, they did get one round off the back of the timeout, but Gamer Boys just responded back in favor.
Gamer Boys truly being Gamea Boys.
Kamea Boys.
Oh no, that's hard to say with the French accent. Gamea Boy. Oh, what? Okay! Okay, we don't need any more Gamea because people is gonna get his head chased right off. Rock Fanboy, he looks to the other side, he gets blindsided by the other, not touching that one first. And then the Frisch doesn't really come through as of this man, the freaking Sova. Just still get one. He's still spraying. This kid's finally taken out by Aracker. Aracker runs on a bullet, has to reload, but then Crispin Eric because he ran on the other side as Rain Liang still gets to make this a 5-7 score line in the half. Okay. Okay.
Switching sides.
Speaking
Oh
of
my God.
fast, That was very,
I
very
don't think
bad.
Raid wants me to show off my meditative practices by... Okay. We still need to calm down from that though, so we're just gonna take a deep breath. Ugh. Okay. We are now. I'm really excited to see the attack side of GamerBoy here. Especially with their explosiveness on controlling the neutral zones like grass, mid, and a lobby. I really want to see what they come through on the attack side.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like I'll. Never
yeah,
mind.
what?
I was gonna bully our observer again, because all Cambodian observers are like looking to submit their cinematography to OBS. I mean, HBO documentaries. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like cinematic shots after cinematic shots, but at the same time, oh my God! Okay, gonna get another. We are gonna get another. Yes, indeed. The paint shells will come through again. He's gonna look to swing the matter. He gets his third at the same time. He does have his boom box to work with, and another charge of his paint shells. YP Boy looking to just hold down with his strong legs. Spike will be in no man's land. This okay.
Gonna be retrieved. Kim Seung from the back. Oh. A little bit of a whiffage right there.
Just delete the VOD. Just delete the VOD.
Okay, don't worry. I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything.
It's okay. It's okay. We were using echolocation. We just heard the shots. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was all a play to try and give Boy PB the ace.
I think that's the plan. That is certainly the plan.
Player standing.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
It was the plan.
That was the plan. All according to the plan.
Yes, sir.
Pass failed successfully.
Oh my. Okay.
Yeah.
All according to plan in the Moi PB with the ace. And able to buy up this next round.
Uh-huh.
There.
Sorry, I've been forced to sit properly. To not extinct properly.
You've been forced to sit. What? Okay.
Okay, Rod Fanboy takes out his counter button from a Raptor Headhunter shot to his dome. Numbers advantage right now in the favor of Gamer Boys as they head down into the depths of the sewers.
We're in the end. Okay, Monkey Boy looks to continue giving craniectomies in the prefrontal cortex to the Gambit boys. I'm sorry, the Gamer boys. As okay, Liang gets another with the run and gun, precise gunplay over here. As Rod Fanboy with the Headhunter looking to create some more craniectomies in the prefrontal cortex. Maybe this time up to the temporal lobe on the other side of the right side of their head. At the same time, though, he's gonna have 73 HP to work with. He does have the spike. Both players made there. Okay. He's gonna look to get one shot. Might hit. Okay. Okay.
Oh, that was close.
Him
That
saying
was
though,
very close.
well, yeah. For context, I've been studying psychology way too much for the midterm that happened a few days ago. So the parts of the brain are still fresh in my head.
I mean, they are
Even
parts
though
of
we
your
did learn
brain,
about. Pardon?
They are parts of your brain, are they not?
I mean they.
Like they touch in your head. Of course they
Okay. I mean, yeah, you get shot straight into your cranium. It's not gonna feel too well, is it? No. How does he get? How? Okay, the trade will come through after the spiritual ascending of Moi Bai. Liang will look to just run back, but I don't think he's gonna peek him. But Juicy will. But okay, I think Rod Fanboy has mastered the art of echolocation. When his dorsal pathway isn't working, his ventrum pathway takes over. It just knows where everything is. Okay, Liang will go through and then gets another one with the Fire Fish. Mino gets the second, but then the Kim Stick on the other side of the garage with the Vector all the way into the site. The dog will come through and okay. I think the blind. Okay. Oh, okay. We're just gonna let that happen. The bullying. I'd like to be clear. The casters of Cloudy Tournament do not condone bullying whatsoever, even though that was a straight up act of bullying you see in a middle school, okay? We're just gonna put that out there. No bullying. No bullying. You can bully Cloudy all you want, because this man woke me up at 5 a.m. for nothing, but we're good, okay? That's the only exception.
Okay.
I think we're just gonna go straight to A site here. Even, oh yeah, GamerBoy doesn't have the, does have an advantageous buy, but I don't think they want to play around with that said advantageous buy. Rain is just gonna... Okay, the other arm toss comes. Juicy gets traded right away. Mino, I get a look on the other side. He just brings out into the K was on shore. Mino, I get a look another, gets another one. It gets his 3K. 9-7 is now the score line.
Okay, that was fast. That was some fast Valorant action right there. Okay, we get another cinematic shot.
Okay,
And
another
this time
cinematic shot.
around.
Okay, I think we're bullying Puro a little bit too much. It's okay. We still don't condone bullying, boys. Okay. At least if you can do cinematic shot, show us the P bucket. At least show us the P bucket. Complete the trilogy of every time I cast a match in Haven, we show the P bucket. Please at least show that, okay?
Where are you?
We're just gonna appreciate the silence, the calm before. I don't think this one will come any weight or any longer though, as more people will get another. Adding a kill tally to his name. Okay, Juicy looking to get the frag on the other side of the rack over here, as then the bullet will spot him out. 4 bullets remaining in the chamber. He will get out. I don't think he'll escape from the paint shells though. Oh, he will. Oh, he will. Never mind. GamerBoys looking to make their way on to the C site, which is safeguarded by the welcoming arms of Spooter with an operator. I think he'll just have to keep holding with his mind tunnel visioned on Garage. I don't think he expects 3 more players onto the C site.
I think that
I've got your trail.
will come in handy right about now.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh,
okay.
okay.
3 players staring right at him.
Oh, okay.
Up those kills.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What if we just cast around saying okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Jesus. Okay, I can't do this. Crispy Banana sends off his flash. Still okay. That's an okay round. Okay.
That is
we're good. We're
very okay round for Rain Alliance to try and
Yes.
stem the bleeding
No button. Save your
off the back of those 2 rounds that GamerBoys have garnered. It's very... We're just vibing to the music, the Champions music here. Do you
Yeah.
prefer the first one or the
good.
second?
The second.
Ah,
As a music theory nerd, I prefer the second one really much than the first.
understandable.
There.
And I've heard mixed
First one gets
reviews.
repetitive after a while.
Oh, that's true.
Cause all it is just one tone. I mean one melody. Just boom boom.
Get out of my way.
Okay, we're back in reality. We're back in reality. Scooter just missed a shot. Okay, this man can miss. We're fine. The pressure looks to be towards the A though, as Juicy sends off one of his Talio knives onto the other side. By the way, I took Korean just to say that one word perfectly, by the way. Talio. No, we're fine.
Teliel.
Yeah.
Never mind.
It's like a D with a soft L. A soft D with an L. Talio.
Teliel.
Yeah.
Alright. Now I know one Korean word.
You just said it in a British accent. Alright.
Oh, alright.
Alrighty, yeah, as more people gets flashed out. Oi, he just gets the flash out. Oi, he gets it next to the table. Quit. I can't do this. Okay, he gets spammed through the smoke out of all things. Kim Sang sends out his paranoia. Juicy's gonna look to get one more with his knives, and Natalia will come through. He chops them up one by one. Updrafts is through. Right click, doesn't get another. He just looks to get the Word.exe Vandal as okay. The round goes to GamerBoy because they're gamers.
Yeah, absolute gamers. For that.
Can we request to look at the P bucket, please? Juro.
Where's Juro?
I don't think he's just listening to us. I mean, it has to be a thing now. Every time I cast Haven, we look at the P bucket. It's in A Heaven. You can also see this for yourselves, because this map is based off like a battlefield, and the sniper's nest is in A Heaven, and then there you can see a map layout of Haven. You can see a sniper case and a sniper. You can also see a P bucket, because that's what they do in said war. Kim Sang though, looking to push the matter. The pump gun. Okay. Minoy. Oh my lord. Okay, so this one K move doesn't get the second, but then okay, this man just pushes the matter. All the kills happen on the T side of the map though, the attacker side of the map.
I mean, at this point, I can't even tell who's attacking and who's defending anymore. Rain Alliance.
All we know is that attacking is Omega.
Aggression right into the home of gamer boys, rendering them not so gamer anymore after that round. The economy.
They need to prove their worth to the gamer gods to be in order to be gamer boys.
Correct.
They have to be, you know, worthy of their
You want to play?
gamer god's
Let's
approval.
play.
Gamer God 88 will not approve of that, I guess, because Spooner swings the matter. K-Move does take out Moipi Bay. Liang will be on his lonesome in the A site. As the is that a trinket sound from the bird? Like dee-dee?
I have no clue. My audio is turned down. I got the spike. The numbers advantage. Right now in the hands of gamer boys, looking to once again become gamers. Seems like A is the site that they want to head towards, but no advancements made as of yet.
Oh, the P bucket. There we go. It's just a stalemate. The smoke comes through blinds. One more blind. One more paranoia. One more bird.
Okay.
The guiding light will guide them through into the site. The shock dart.
Caracker has so much work to do with the tour de force in his hands. Crossfire is deadly for him. He keeps staying up above in the sniper's nest itself.
Last player.
Kim Sang
Final one.
gets another. Oh, he gets straight through the wall. That isn't pretty, isn't it? Look to your left! Okay.
He knows.
He knows! They're just playing with this man, okay? I don't think he summoned his chamber skills just yet. In order to be one with chamber, you must speak in a French accent. So saying chamber isn't chamber anymore, it has to be chamber. Tour de force can't be tour de force, it's tour de force. Rendezvous can't be rendezvous anymore, it's rendezvous. Rendezvous.
That sounds like
What's
a
his other
Korean
abilities?
word. Trademark.
Kongtepu? I don't know.
Wait.
I don't know a Korean word. I'm only in Korean 1. All I took that class for is to be able to say how to say 안녕하세요 as a wrecker says 안녕하세요 to his counterpart, Rod Fanboy.
Rod Fanboy gets taken down. Numbers advantage handed over. Rain Alliance this time around. Spike still in the T spawn, but Rain Alliance not looking to give up their positions as of yet. Rainbow spots Juicy out. Sends aware.
Juicy, looking very juicy here. Dashes straight back out to the side, looking like it's just a prod into garage. I don't think Aracker knows just yet that this is going to be.
Oh! He finds one. Crispy banana, but K move Moved from the shadows, able to get onto the site itself. The rest of the players of Rain Alliance, they have to regroup, they have to go in for this retake, and Moifibai
He does have a showstopper. He has his showstopper. There we go. What did I say?
Okay.
Oh my god, how? Wait. Did they not even plant the spike? Is that how fast they reach it?
Yes. You're not even giving them time to like reset, get into positions, not even get the spike down at all, and double digits on the board for the side of Rain.
Rain has have you heard of the Rain Constitution?
No, what is that?
You can't plant the spike. You plant, you die. If you plant, then we die because we broke our constitution.
Get out of my way!
See, so that is exactly what happened right there.
Yeah.
Round blade smokes in the hand.
Oh.
Really
Well, how? What?
out using one of the knives to break trademark.
Oh, okay.
Racker though, sharper. Lucy gets taken out. One goes back. Oh! Another and another! Going his way! Racker.
Player standing.
He'll be saving grace of this round itself. All of the K move. What do you do? Araka
my
picks up
lord.
the fourth. Tying up the scoreline once again for Rain Alliance. The amount... Okay, it's taking me a lot to not say this, but I'm gonna touch wood. No context. Anyways, 11-11 scoreline here. Oh boy, economy not looking too good as in comparison to Rain Alliance. It's a racker.
I think this will be a big round.
Rod fanboy though picks up the first on the Kim seeing.
I think this is the first time I've seen Rain Alliance in a close match.
Oh.
Yeah, the guiding light will look to guide the duo
I've got your
of
trail.
Juicy. Crazy Banana into garage. Operator shots doesn't connect. It does connect onto the Prowler though. Okay, we have a situation here.
Spike planted.
As the numbers advantage are still indeed in GamerBoy's favor, Raiden Alliance will look to just try their best to retake as they broke their constitution. Spike. The Nightfall does come through on the other side. Multiplay will even the numbers out. He will have to one Fubot to work with. He has two satchels to work with. Kane on the other side. On the other side, Spectre, Racker. Okay, okay, Spooter. Oh, we're gonna go into a very spicy situation here. Crispy Banana looking to make things crispy. He has his guiding light. The guiding light will come through. Meanwhile, okay. Wait. Was that a 2v4? They just won.
Match point.
Was
me?
it?
Are you alive?
I mean, they were in a 5v4 initially.
Yeah.
And then,
okay.
yeah, it was essentially a 2v4 towards the end. Oh, blub. Minoy.
It's Menoir. Menoir.
Okay, Menoir.
Okay.
Alright.
You need to tap into one with the chamber.
We channel the chamber energy. With this Odin spray coming through towards Juicy, toward the... How do you say it again? Toward the four?
Oh, therefore.
The four. Alright.
Wait, let me check. Cause wait, oh crap, I didn't read the thing in time. It's tour. So it's tour, there, and then force is why, okay.
Okay.
Rod fanboy. Looking at the right place at the right time. It's gonna be a 5v4 again. The last time we saw this. He converted the round. It's gonna be a 3v4 now. A Spooter and a Racker.
Rod
Oh,
fanboy.
glove doesn't good.
Out of charge.
The glove gun doesn't glove enough. They needed more water to continue glubbing. Okay, I don't think they want to challenge Iraq's Tour de Force. Instead, they're just gonna look to three-man garage. They Liang. Kim Siang. Oh, wow, that was ambitious. I think we're gonna go to overtime here, Grammy.
Are gonna go to overtime. 12-12 scoreline. What a
Switching
match!
sides.
What is going on right
Overtime.
now? I mean, right off the bat, we had GameBoys winning 6 rounds in a row, and then we have the rain come back into the overtime itself.
Here.
Oh, okay, this angle coming through K-move. Tries to go for a little bit of burst towards this window position. Does not connect the shots, however. But does note that a couple of players heading towards this mid position with this prowler confirming that a player is right inside the door. So Scooter finds first rest.
Okay, the shots from Suda are crispy.
Spike down.
So does more people and K Moose's shots. It's gonna be a 3 against a 2. 3 being the higher integer. Now it's gonna be a 1 being lower integer. More people in all sorts of trouble here as GamerBoy just closes out. Rod Fanboy really channeling his head hontier.
Switching
I
sides.
think,
Match point.
Grammy, casting with you has really made you. casting with me has really made you less professional. I'm gonna say that.
Oh my gosh. Oh no. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'll just take it as
It's a good thing
as
in
it
my
is.
book. I'm gonna take that as a win.
We can see the difference between casting with Golden and casting with you. Is off the back of each
I mean, that's why Cloudy wanted me back. That's why the broadcast team wanted me back, because I provide countless
quality entertainment.
iterations of entertainment.
Yang.
That's a little bit too much of Rod there. The pressure will now look to be put onto the right side of the map as Minwa. Can you just call this man Minwa?
Sure.
Look above you, please. Please look above you.
Araka has to look down.
Or just look down. I don't want to deal with this.
Scooter though picks up one. Juicy falls.
You know, if he uses a right-hand model gun, yeah.
Oh.
There we go. That's why. Oh, just look up, man.
Spike planted.
Spike's gonna go down on this A side as the rest of these players on Rain Alliance go in for this 3-4v3 situation here. Solid clearing out heaven. And Moi Pibay echolocation making it work. Meanwhile falls.
Paranoia coming through. K-Move blinding his way. He will also get blinded by the Prowler. More people will get another. It's gonna be look to be a 4v2. Crispy Banana. His shots were crispy, but it's not crispy enough for the gamer gods to appreciate his work.
Go back into overtime. 13-13 overtime.
Switching sides.
Once again.
Overtime.
This is gonna be a back and forth match between both these teams.
Yeah, it will. I don't like this.
It feels like, you know, the
I
blue
like it, I like
versus
it.
the old and which one is better. On one side you have the Faye, you have Chamber, you have Raze. the other, you have the Sky Sova lineup into the Omen. Standard stuff that you saw from older iterations of Valorant itself, but aggression coming through from Rob Fanboy pays off Arachnid fall. The A
Healing over
side
here.
getting held down. Seems like a bit of a stalemate here as well. Trailblazer come through and gather some information. Does not get shot down, in fact.
They found my target. Out of
I don't
charge.
think Rod Fanboy has mastered the art of blind shooting yet. Like, his luck needs to get a little bit better.
He does have an opening to work with though. Scooter.
Yep, he does. TP away. There we go. He does TP away. Safely onto the back of the default box on
juicy
Siege. Juicy's on the other side.
timing. Okay, still works out in his favor. Kim Sing to fall. Now 2v5 situation here for both these players on range. Lines, Young spots out one, but Juicy shots shots looking crispy here today. Moipibe finds one, but what more can you do with?
Oh!
Okay. Okay, Woozy.
Yay!
Side.
Okay. We got the knife. We got a little bit of knife action in the round. Once again, we're at match point with GameBoy just 1 point away from the dub. We saw a little bit of Sky, but that's all.
Gamer Boy looking to
That's a good spot.
approve the Gamer God 88. 420691258762488XX_42 007.
Oh, Juicy.
Oh, I think Gamer Boy has lost patience. I don't. Oh, that could have been huge
Spike
though.
down. C.
Oh, that's a spike noted as
Rod
well.
Fanboy is having schizophrenia in this spot, as there is no smoker now. Painless has been taken out. What if Sky could revive? Like, revive like someone through his heal. Like, just like minimal health. That's, oh, Spooter.
Speaking of minimal health, Spooter. No Sky on his
30
team.
HP.
Cannot revive, unfortunately. 3v4 situation still. Numbers advantage in the hands. Operating Alliance.
Whoever
30
wins
seconds
on
left.
attack will look to just... Because whichever team is on defense looks to have the advantage here, even though this is an attack side of the map.
Yeah.
Alright, the spike is now down.
Spike planted.
Post plants have been notoriously good for Gamer Boy now.
Let's see how they handle the 3v4 situation. As the retake starts to come through off the back of this Hondas. But okay, Juicy takes out Scooter, who was at a sliver of health. Even finds one in form of a rat. Oh!
Okay, we're good.
Attackers win.
We're just gonna, you know, we're just gonna like, calm down. Calm down, Grammy. Calm down. We're good. We're good.
Meditation. That is what we need right now. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna do this. If we're gonna do this, we have to do this right. Okay. We're just gonna.
We need a calm.
Let's look at the scoreboard.
All right, let's take a look.
We're still
at
meditating.
the
We're gonna look at the
scoreboard.
scoreboard. All
In the
right.
midst of meditating, let's take a look at the scoreboard. Rod Fanboy, Juicy, and Minoy on the top. 24, 24, 25. 8 first bloods, Rod Fanboy. Absolute dominance.
Keep in mind, Chamber and First Bloods are essentially cookies and cream, right?
Yes. I mean, you essentially crispy banana.
even though his shots weren't as crispy as we expected it to be, we still, like, you know, he did have a lot of impact with 15 assists, having it be the highest of the game. And, you know, we're going to send this straight into a break because we need a break from that chaotic round. And we will look to send it off. We'll be right back with map 2.
Follow your trail and the love's in your mind and the love's in your head. Let me escape from this unlove, cause I'm a prisoner. I just want to look my way and never back to you. Ooh, I'm not above it. Let me be myself. I'm not above it. Let me be myself. To look my way and never back to you. Ooh, I'm not above it. Let me be myself. I'm not above it. Let me be myself. Let me be myself. Sometimes a disaster, sometimes we get free. Oh, you take the long way to stay close to me. I don't wanna know her, I just wanna breathe. You take me higher, you stay close to me. Oh, I feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't cloud my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chase the night. Oh, I feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't cloud my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chase the night. Oh, we chase the night. Sometimes a disaster, sometimes we get free. Oh, you take the long way to stay close to me. I don't want another, I just wanna breathe. You take me higher, you stay close to me. I feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't cloud my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chase the night. Oh, I feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't cloud my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chase the night. Feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't cloud my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chase the night. I got you and your vibes in my mind. I can't get them out, no matter how hard I try. I need you and your heart next to mine. Yeah, I'm all about keeping it you and I. When you're here, you spark chemical reactions. Your aura strikes like lightning. Got no words, I'm just drowning in attraction. Only one way to describe it. It's electric, can you feel it? You got the only touch that takes me high. It's electric, I'm up in my feelings. Got double vision 'cause of you tonight. It's electric.
Welcome back, everyone, where we are very calm now that GamerBoy has taken their haven against Green Alliance. With if you didn't know, Rod Fanboy apparently got 8 first bloods. He got 8 first bloods. He got 8 first bloods. This man got 8 first bloods, Grammy. How the hell did he do that? On attack, defense, everywhere. This man got 8 first bloods. How the hell is Rain supposed to pull that off? Okay, we're good. Okay. 8! Okay. You know what? We're gonna.
How he did that. He got a computer.
We're just
from
gonna.
Computer Arena Cambodia. Wow, sponsors here. All right, back to meditation. It is.
Okay, we're good.
All
But-
right.
Okay, we're good. Okay. Fracture.
Fracture. Map.
If
two.
this man picked Chamber again, I'm actually gonna like. Oh, oh no.
What's up?
Okay. I'm looking at Rod Fanboy right now. Oh. I think this might be a very high-paced match, especially when we see the Neon over here. Neon is a very stable pick on Fracture, by the way. I really have to agree with a lot of people on that. Because even though the stable pick, the safest pick you can go for is the one that GamerBoy will be running right now, I still firmly believe that Neon, KO, and Breach is a very deadly combination, and you can do a lot with those 3 agents together on the B site, in my opinion. While the other 2 can be held down very easily by Aracker and Kim Seng on Chamber and Brimstone. I'm sorry, Chambert and Brimstone, respectively.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Neon into the breach itself is already a very deadly combination, and if you throw a KO into the mix, it just makes it even more so because with the KO you get the 0 point, you get to deny all the abilities of your opponents, and then you can just have
Choose
your
your
breach
agent.
stun up your opponents, and you have your Neon Spooter just sliding into the face of your opponents with a Bucky or a Judge or any weapon of choice, in fact, and you can just
Maybe the Odin.
maybe the Odin. Maybe we'll see an Odin again this
Maybe.
time around. Maybe. But yeah, map 2
Mhm.
of Fracture. Rain Alliance down the map. They have high stakes come into this next one. Well, Gamer Boys.
Uh-huh.
Wait, they
Oh,
switched
well.
off the Sage. They switched off the Sage. Mino is on the KO.
It's still I feel like the difference now is just gonna be again Chamber versus no, I can't say that. Raze versus Neon.
Yeah.
Follow you,
That's what I
Ro.
meant.
Here.
I mean, what do you think about the Fracture changes though?
I feel like it was needed because whenever the defense or the attackers try to get the drop control, it's literally just 50-50.
Ah, yeah.
Because you need to either look to the left, look to the right, and then yeah, that's basically it. The action will start soon.
If 4 players stacked up on this A side itself, not much action coming through, but Mino is gonna get completely flashed up. Has to fall back.
Okay. It does make drop very claustrophobic now, even though there is 2 people there, you know. And now that I think about it, Breach literally could just stun all of that. Even, you know, this is very ironic, the changes of Fracture, by the way. You see the bench area? They changed that because of the Breach stun. And look at Dish. Like, what is that? And then Scooter will look to shut down Rod Fanboy at this, when all things are calmed down. Scooter.
Scooter.
Yeah, no more 8 first blood. I mean, it's still possible.
It's
It will
definitely
still haunt me to this day. But, okay. Minoa, looking to just initiate the push by flashing out. The Molotov will come through. Minoa spots the pony tail, not the ponytail, the pigtail. What in the world?
Scooter.
Okay.
Clean of the round. Clean 3K to start things off right for Rain Alliance here in this map
Yeah,
of
very
Fracture
clean indeed.
itself.
1-0 now.
I
I think the key to a good
Yeah.
pardon.
I think one good thing about Neon is that you can have like control over the other side of the map, draw some rotations over, and you can have fast rotates over back on the other side of the map, which is kind of what they try to do in the previous round itself.
Well, Rain Alliance looking to just ignore the north side of the map altogether, and then I think they don't know that it's just going to hit.
Oh, now they know.
Yeah. The utility will look to be defense on the A site, and
Oh, Kim Sing. New
Oh.
off champion back. Liang is the one who finds the pick up. Though,
Oh.
okay, Rod Fanboy. It has the shot again.
oh, what?
Mistake with the Liang, good
Okay,
one.
Liang just took a 3. It's all up to Crispy Banana now. I don't know how much he will have to impress the Gamer Gods 88 now, and that with the classic indeed. I don't think he even wants to take the fight, give them any ultimate points. Oh, okay, he will give the ultimate point with 4 kills now. Yang will have 2 more orbs to maintain in order to have his Vrolling Thunder. He's not French, he's Swedish. I don't know what I'm saying.
I mean, this is kind of how it starts, right? With Rain picking up a couple well the first few rounds. Liang absolutely popping off.
That works.
And then in Haven itself, after the first 3, they lost the next 6. So coming into this round itself, there's kind of a lot of pressure on their shoulders to try and maintain their lead this time around, because I think even though
It's just like jiggling, you know what I mean? Multiplayer and Rod fanboy. Oh, wow.
Spike down
Okay.
B.
one first blood,
One first blood will now indeed go through. The aftershock will look to clear out. Tower. Rod will just look to come back out now. I don't think he knows that there's at least 3. I mean, at least 2 players looking to just take his head off. Juicy on the bottom side though. I think they know, but Kim Sing won't
Spike
know
down B.
that there is a smoke smoking at the trap chamber trademark. Liang might flash this. Gets stinks one. Will still get the second. Oh, whiskey banana.
oh,
Okay,
yay.
a racker. He might get the oh no. Meanwhile, just okay.
Minoy was shuttered down. Araki doesn't look so clean.
Jeremy, why would you say it in a British accent? You know. Okay. Is anyone here from Great Britain? Like, I mean, the Valorant cast of characters. Can we just wait? Is there?
I think the closest one is Phoenix.
No. It is Phoenix because he's from the
Phoenix
UK.
is from London, right?
Yeah, Phoenix is from the UK. Yeah. Yeah, he is from the UK because his player card is like the one of the palace burning down.
Oh, my.
No, okay.
Scooter.
We're
Like
just gonna-
right
we're just
into Waiting Arms in the start of Juicy. Showstopper comes
Oi!
through, but does the connecting to shut it down.
This is a bloodbath.
But
This
the
is a
judge is
bloodbath.
making it worth.
Gamer gods will look to just continue. Okay.
I feel like the timing of the flash now throws off a lot of players.
Yeah. Cause like it's a shorter fuse, but at the same time, if you throw it on the floor, bounce it up across the smoke, and gets 2 seconds, it's still the same flash.
Yeah.
It's basically it basically became you know the right click when it does shorter when it has a shorter fuse
Yeah.
and a shorter blind time.
Yeah.
You just left click on the floor like a Yoru flash.
Enemy remaining.
Okay, Rain. Okay, Rain. Moy keep. Oh. Okay. 2-2 now. It's a score line.
Sir,
Gamer gods
four.
look to. Why are they still called Gamer Boys? Why can't they stay called Gamer Gods?
Because it would be GMG. And it doesn't sound as nice as GMG. Like, you have to move your mouth more to say G instead of G.
GB. It's just tongue position at that point.
Yeah.
GMB, GMG. You don't need to move your mouth more. It's just one more phonetic pronunciation, Grammy. You're just being lazy now.
You want to play? Let's play.
Okay. Can we petition to change Crispy Banana's name to Quispy Banana?
Oh, speaking of crispy,
That's another first blood! That's another
Rod
first blood!
Fanboy with another first blood. The shot from Reactor goes wide. He's able to get out Rendezvous away.
Okay.
Overdrive
Scooter is
coming
now
through from
mad.
Scooter.
Scooter is now mad.
He's very, very pissed indeed, but he's not gonna take this fight this time around. Maybe he
The
might.
fingers are glowing in pure rage. Oh, okay. Looks like just run out his overdrive now. Very smart here from Gamer Boy to just. Oh, now they know. Knife will be destroyed, and the smoke will come through.
Off your feet!
Okay, the Rolling Thunder.
Crispy Banana trying to hold down the side. Minoy good for one and traded back.
So
Another 1v2 situation. 1v1
enemy
Rod
remaining.
fanboy.
I don't think he knows. Oh no, he does know that Kim's sitting all the way over there. The Smithy will come through. And okay, Rod fanboy.
First blood, last blood. Clutches up the round for his team. Takes the lead in fact. And with 4 ultimates on the board, GameBoys look to further this lead, especially with now Rod fanboys. Very long rod of a gun. The quarter 4. Another first blood probably on his belt soon.
Is that a song he just made up, by the way? The first blood, last blood. It sounds like a song. It's like, you know what I mean?
I have
First
no clue.
blood, last blood, killing all the hoes. I'm throwing this grenade, stunned up like a bows.
My ult's not ready.
No?
Perhaps.
Anyone?
Time to turn into the song. I mean, someone just clip this and then sample it,
Like,
and then we have a song.
and just like, yeah, just repeat it like 16 times. Well, one for 4, one for 4.
Oh, first blood! First blood! Okay, here we go again. Rod fanboy Twitter Force making it work. Finds another
does
one
it
as
work
well
again.
in the form of a Racker 3v5 situation here for Rain Alliance.
Oh.
No!
One enemy
shot.
remaining.
It was too much. Juicy, good for 1. Denies Rod fanboy of the ace.
That's
Crispy
still though.
banana.
Kamsang gets the 2. Oh. Oh, okay. He's gonna look to pump spike now, not knowing that there's one more person on the other side of the A main.
Spike planted.
B main, in fact, and there we go. Gamer boy looking to get the 4th round. Yeah, the club. Teabagging is nuts. On to God knows who. Yeah. And then just like add like a Mariah Carey, like yeah, like stuff like
Add
that. You know what I mean?
whistle notes and ad-libs all over the place.
That's Ariana Grande. That's not
Oh.
Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey
Well,
has to be
Mariah
like.
Carey also does whistle notes, doesn't
Wait,
she?
actually, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, she does, she does.
Oh.
Neighbor,
complaints. Okay. It's gonna be a 4-2 now. You know. Look to throw his Prussian knife. Looks to press. Oh, okay, everyone. Booter looks to slide into his mother's DMs with Minoy just says, nope, I'm sliding into your sister's instead. Into the headshot. Whiskey Banana gets the second through the smoke. Just blind shots. This blind date with the blind Tinder girl looking to use echolocation. Liang will look to be in all sorts of trouble here as he gets taken down by Whiskey Banana's ultimate strike. And Rod fanboy gets the.
Crispy banana, showing everyone why the Phantom is a superior weapon.
It is. I don't know why people use Vandal other than, you know, when you have good aim, but at the same time you just don't need a good aim. Just spray and then they'll just get body shot if you're at close range.
That's 5 points on the board for Gamer Boys. Appeasing the Gamer Gods indeed 5
Careful there.
rounds in a row already, and Rain Alliance yet to respond to this
You say
steamroll that has been
appease?
happening. Appease the Gamer Gods.
Appeasement. Oh! You just incited a frickin' traumatic event back in my United States history class, where we learned about the World War and then the Crispy Banana just came up to play at the same time. Meanwhile, gets another Crispy Banana, gets a second, another Racker. Crispy Banana on either side now, looking to finish off with his pro position. Oh crap!
Is that a standing KO out? What?
I'm seeing. I don't know. He's in the doggy. I can't say that. He's in the hands knees position. Oh, okay. I don't think they appreciated my my prone position very much.
Again, 6 points for Gamer Boys. Rain Alliance yet to respond. They are gonna be on an eco buy this time around, but Spuda has an overdrive. It didn't come very useful the previous time he had it, but he looks to change things this time around, perhaps.
I mean, if I'm him right now, I just look to just go for it, you know? Just go for it. You know, by the way, don't forget to wash your hands. Don't forget to teleport cleanly on the side of Fracture. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. Stakes are high. Man's gonna get... I swear to God, if he gets away with this again.
First blood! First blood onto a Racker once again. Looking to go for more.
He's gonna look for another more.
Oh, that was very, very close. He
Gets blinded. The short fuse won't do him good. Okay, the sliding into your mother's DM won't do him good as well as
What? What just happened in that round? Rod Fanboy, absolutely huge performance coming out of him. How many first bloods do you think he has now?
Are we allowed to take a bathroom break?
We need to calm. We need meditation.
And that's why I want a bathroom break. I'm just gonna walk around and calm down from Rod Fanboy. How many kills does he have? 13 to 15 divided by 3. It's a 5.0 KDA, by the way. Oh, quick math.
You should. Is this the calculator coming into action?
I don't know. I don't have my TA84 with me, so just making the easier numbers to do.
From the grave, Juicy praised himself with the boombot. With the rest of the players heading onto the A side off the back of this rolling thunder. The rotation start to come in 4v4 situation here for these players. Spike Plant gonna go down on this A side as well.
There we go. Okay.
Absolute
Oh! It's gonna be a 2v2 situation. It is planted in the spike spot where everyone can literally just spam through. I don't think they will, as Liang will get another. The flash will go on the side. He has to tap the spike. The fault line won't do him wonders.
Finally, Rain Alliance respond with a round of their own. 3 points on the board for them in this half itself. Getting into the clutch it up, but on the side of GameBoy, they still have the economy to work with. They're still able to buy up all these rifles as well as Rod Fanboy's long operator. Alright, Elm is gonna take a little bit of a break. Minoy picks up one in front of a Racker as the rest of the team pushes onto the site itself. They still have to clear out Juicy. The rotations have to come in right now. Juicy's the only one on the site. Juicy gets spotted out. He's able to find one. Liang falls. Crispy Banana good for one as well. Moipi Bay. Ball on the showstopper. Is he gonna connect? Yes, it is. Kim Sing he's just gonna eat that rocket. And it's 8 points on the board.
Last round before the switch.
For the side of GameBoy, last round in the half itself. Both these teams have their own orbital strike. Moipi Bay is one away from the now command, which could be very useful in executing onto the site. But with the lower buys this time around, most of the players on Rain Alliance aren't able to afford a rifle. We see a couple of Spectres and a Sheriff in the mix. And Rod Fanboy looks to find another first blood in this game itself. This time though, GameBoy is going aggressive on the defense towards Arcade, but that is the absolutely wrong call because everyone else is heading... Okay, maybe they're heading back towards his direction here. Minoy might be able to spot out one in front of Liang, but Liang is quicker on the trigger, finds Minoy instead. They're not going the way of Rod Fanboy this time around. A shot goes wide as well as hit on onto the side. It's a Moipi Bay falls. This operator. Almost trying to come through. Kim saying good for 2. So returned in favor by Kim. All of the Scooter 1v down to the 1v1 situation here on this B side. The spike is dropped in no man's land. K-Move, he knows that Spooder has to retrieve this. The shot does the connect, though Spooder clutches up the round for his team. 8-4 scoreline,
Switching
still
sides.
in the favor of GameBoys, but Rain Alliance off the back of that round, they look to make their comeback starting from here on out in this pistol round on the defense. And as Elm is walking back towards the computer.
Alright, 8-4 to scoreline now.
You sir.
In there.
Hello.
Let's stay up.
안녕하세요.
Bonjour.
Konnichiwa.
สวัสดีครับ I feel like Rod Fanboy on the bench right now is gonna do some massive wonders of work here. Oh, never mind. He just gets destroyed. He just gets destroyed.
Get run over by 3
There.
players running his way, but that means the A side is completely wide open for the taking of GamerBoys. Did you see? Here's these rotations coming in. They might know his position.
I don't think they will. Oh, Shameless.
Player standing.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh my God.
Some crispy banana, but unfortunately shot to the connect Spooder to close it out, and they get the defuse off the back of that Rain Alliance, finding the first, hopefully of many for them. Defensive hull.
Wait, I have a genuine question.
Yes.
When you were in like primary school, elementary, middle school, high school, or stuff like that, right?
Yes.
Is it called a cafeteria, a canteen, a food court, or a lounge?
It was called a canteen. Why? What did they call it?
We called it cafeteria.
Oh.
I went to, I played squash and went to an away game at like a really fancy private school for an away game, and they called it a food court. So,
Why wouldn't
because they're rich. Like this fight, he might get the 2. How does he get the 3rd? Kim saying mowing them down with the crispy cream headshots. Okay.
Spike down B. Enemy remaining.
we head on into this next round? It is gonna be the full buy of GamerBoys, except for K-Move, who opt for a Spectre this time around. Iraq, and the shot does not connect.
Rod
Marshall.
Fanboy.
Okay.
I feel like the way that GamerBoy is approaching this map right now is just to send one person to the north side.
Oh my.
I don't know. I can't fathom my mind. I can't comprehend it through my dorsal and ventral pathways. How this man just keeps getting killed. Rain Alliance breaking through and breaking the legs, snapping the bones off the tibia and fibula of Rain Alliance.
Player
Oh,
standing.
I mean Gambit. Oh, okay. I mean GamerBoy. Dude, this is why people need to get their own gamer tags, because GMB reminds me of the Russian team.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly that.
Which is why it should be GMG. GamerGod88 92675 898765240 00789 442211.
30 seconds
Oh.
left.
Christian Hernandez gets stunned up, throws out his on the floor, will get one, but then 3 people freaking out with the firing squad, and Liang fishes them off, and then 8-7 is a scoreline.
8-7 scoreline. As Rain Alliance pick up the bow this round.
I like how when I say 8-7, it just like translates to the song called Countdown by Twice.
Wait, what?
Do you know that? You know Twice, right? And their
Yeah, I
song
know
Countdown.
Twice. I don't know Twice.
10, 9, 8, get off 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know.
That's the song?
It is. Like,
Right
I'll
there.
play it for you during intermission, so we don't get copyright
fine.
strike.
Time to better play it. I have a dance party in my own room. But this time around, GamerBoy on the lower by Stingers, Shorty, Sheriff on the board.
Ow! Okay, Rod's gonna get lit. Oh, okay. This is why you should at least send 1 or 2 people. I mean, 1 or 2 more people on the north side of the map.
Player standing.
Okay, they still managed to
Strike
get it.
down A.
Scooter just completely ignored the drop bench there. Christian Banana will get shaken out into the 8 overline now. Not even a chance to plant the spike. Rain Alliance looking to come back in the match. Their heads back in the game. Their minds are correct. They've meditated through the art of meditating and breathing and blinking and smelling and seeing and all the other stuff. Their 5 senses coming alive as a racker looking to... What gun does he have? Oh, he has an operator. This is gonna be very interesting. This Balls operator, the rotating orb operator, he is very much indeed... Okay, doesn't look to go...
Very much
What is this? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I just dodged that flash fire. How does...
Alright. The rolling thunder from the
Okay.
side of GamerBoy denies this advancement coming in.
I don't think he even got anyone. K-Moose again getting another as the... It's okay. Okay. Moipy Bike gets another. Juicy's left in his load, so not Juicy. I mean, Moipy Bike's left in his load, so the patience will come through. The fallout will come through, and then there's gonna be a knife, and Juicy just watches them die. The tactical teabag crouches. Gonna look to stuff the balls in the face of the man who's already down bad. What did I just say?
Yes.
Indeed. I feel like we should play a game, Grammy.
What kind of game?
The one-word story, so we just each say one word.
Okay.
Start. About that round, go.
Today,
We,
witness
catastrophes,
being
taken,
on. Oh, first
Rod.
blood! First blood!
continue, Rod,
Ass.
the, we all know you're gonna say it. Come on, just say it.
Huh? Chamber. Chamber.
There we go. That's what I wanted to hear. That's
Oh
what I
my
wanted to hear.
gosh. Was it all leading up to that? Was that
I mean, I kind of wanted it to be that way, but
Chamber?
okay.
Showstopper comes through from Juicy, does not connect onto anyone at all, but the spike plan is going to go down on this A side as the rotations have to come in.
Do you watch Fnatic's voice call video and how Enzo says kaboom? Kaboom. He says it with like a you know, like kaboom. Oh my god.
Right,
Wait. With the kaboom on everyone here, GamerBoy is gonna get their 10th round. Double digits, 3 rounds away from victory. Tasting it sweet in their mouth. Looking to just lick it up like an ice cream cone on a Sunday evening in San Diego, California. In the United States of America. In Western time. Thinking about Cloudy. The beautiful Cloudy. The one and only Cloudy.
Keep up.
We all love Cloudy. Except for me, I fucking hate it. Oh, no, I can't swear. I apologize. But
Oh no.
it's okay. I hope it's okay.
Moving
Racker,
on,
though.
a Racker completely gets...
Oh, overdrive.
Okay, overdrive coming in from Scooter, but no one
I
is near
think-
him.
like GamerBoy is really paranoid now. They're going to their site. They know that Spooter does play a main, but he's just looking to run this down. I don't think he wants to go aggressive with it.
It's basically a scare tactic at this point. You just hear, oh,
Yeah, it's seven ultimate points for a scare tactic. Very effective. Okay.
Speaking of effective, another first blood in the pocket of Rod.
No, it wasn't. Oh, it was a first blood. God damn it.
It was. Look, Cable good for one. Juicy as well, and all up to Kim Siang from the back. He's gonna catch this orb.
Oh, if he just runs into like death here, he will get an ultimate point though.
Smoke's down.
30 seconds
Looks
left.
to hot box
Spike planted.
the Chamber trademark.
But I know every single player is looking in his direction right now. Trying to connect, but the shot does. K-move picking up the round.
I do have to admit though, when the flash was being fused, I turned my head to the right and I just like face palmed myself.
Oh my god.
Meant to. Yeah. I mean, I play a lot of Reach on this match. I mean, on this map. And personally, whenever I like get flashed by the breach, my mouse moves to the right and my head moves to the right.
He's like, yeah,
It's just
nope.
I'm just one with my arm.
Speaking of one, you know who's one away from the quarter four?
Okay, okay, Krabby.
Shambe.
No, you need to put more emphasis into the R. And
I can't roll my R's, okay?
No, you don't roll your R's. You like it's like the, you know, like the shembech. Not rolling your R's. If you roll your R's, you need to be like I can't even roll R's, but at the same time, how? Does this guy still alive? As Juicy does get to get another, and he will get another, and it'll be a 12-8 score line as this man just looked not get stopped.
What on earth just happened? I am so confused. At first, it was going the way of Rain Alliance with like a 4-3 numerical advantage in terms of integers, and then we just see a flurry of kills. We see red on the scoreboard, and GamerBoys just pick up 1, 2, 3, and they shut it down. It's a match point and series point as well for these players here.
If you want to play, let's play.
Oh.
I'm just gonna sit here and watch this man.
He's on a roll. This guy's on a roll. Another first blood under his pocket.
Off your feet!
He's rolling Rain Alliance up like how you would roll a poisson. You do roll poissons, right? If I remember correctly, in the diagonal shape. But this man does not stop until he has to get stopped at 24 of Araker. On the other side, he has to just check his back. He's very paranoid. He has schizophrenia. The spike will get planted, and all of a sudden done. Juicy in the smoke, in the sky smoke of the brimstone, getting dodges bullets left and right from a Rain of Lacquer, and then he has to go down and drain. Give Juicy left to go. He misses his shot, and Moby will look to spin on the other side as the Racker is sticking to defuse. I don't think he knows that he has to get out right now. Rain and Moby will still get Meanoy, and then at the same time they're just safeguarding this. It's planning for the spike for A main. He has to score the force left on the A main. He just gets the one flick and he gets in the second, and there we go.
Attackers.
GamerBoy moves on to the playoff stage of this cloudy tournament.
What a game. What a game.
Wait.
Hands. Okay. Here we go again. This guy is on top with 8 first bloods yet again. Rod fanboy. Absolute dominance coming out from him this time around.
Wait. I'm gonna go over the scoreboard real quick, okay?
Alright.
On top of the scoreboard, we do have Rod Fanboy with a 290 combat score and a 1.75 KD, 2 assists. This man does not like sharing whatsoever. Never invite him to a pizza party ever again. He has 1 defuse, 0 plants. All he goes for is first bloods and freaking kills. He has 8 first bloods and econ rating of 76. That's even less than Juicy, who somehow has a 90 econ rating. This man does not like to share his pizza. He has a 1.75 KD, and he has 8 first bloods. Okay, we're good.
We are now back
Can the
to
cast?
the calm
Can the cam see
stream.
me? Oh,
Yes.
we're good. Okay. Dude.
We are back to calm. Everything is
No, we're
okay.
not.
Everything is under control. Rod Fanboy just got 8 more first bloods in the series itself. That totals up to 16. This guy, what? Explain. Literally just explain. But yes, Gamer Boys make it to the playoffs. Rain Alliance, they do get knocked down to the lower brackets, but not all is lost. They still have a chance to try and qualify for the playoffs tomorrow, actually.
Indeed, they do. Oh no, Mike. Are you serious? Okay, we're good. There we go. Do you know what this calls for, Grammy?
What?
This calls
Dry
for
cereal.
dance therapy.